What's going on, everyone? How we doing? So it looks like we got a rain delay at the moment. So hopefully this game comes back on. Either way, we'll still talk some baseball. So what is going on, everyone? Who is in the chat? All right, Blobfish is here. Jackson is here. Sports Kids is here. Patrick is here. Sean is here. What is going on? So I'm guessing if they're not going to do the Braves Nationals, I think what they're probably going to end up doing is just doing like live look-ins to games around the league. So there's a lot of teams playing tonight. So yeah. All righty. How are we looking? We got, hold on a second, everyone. Yeah. All righty. Henry, what's going on, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. All righty. I think we're good to go. So right now they are showing the Rays and the Yankees. Good matchup tonight. Rays, Yankees in a dogfight right now for the AL East. Got Garrett Cole pitching tonight. So right now the Rays, they're hot lately. So yeah, Rays are playing very well lately. I'm going to go over my power rankings tonight, and we're going to look at just scores around the league. We're going to talk about a couple of rumors that are floating around the league. So I'm going to try and make the Wednesday night show like so. Last week, if you guys were here, I tried doing more of a news style show where I just kind of blew through the whole thing. But this time, I think I'm still going to stick to like news kind of stuff while also seeing what's going on. Pretty much kind of how I always do it, except I'm going to have like a few things that I am going to focus on, but I'll take more time to talk to you guys like in the chat and whatnot. So pretty much kind of how it is always, except I'm just going to have a few bullet points that I'm going to kind of go over. So, but real quick, let's go over the scores right now, or just kind of a lot of games are starting right now. We actually have a lot of late games on tonight. We already have some finals. So finals so far, my Red Sox actually won a game. And I don't know how I feel about that because I want my Red Sox to try and get a good draft pick. So I'll be honest, if we're going to have a bad season, I don't know. I mean, just lose every game, honestly. Jeez, seriously. I'd rather get a good draft pick. But yeah, the Red Sox did win today, 6-3. Cardinals, they won 9-3 today against the Cubs. So the Cardinals are finally playing some games. That's something we haven't been hearing of much lately. The Blue Jays, they won 5-2 against the Orioles today. And some games going on right now. We have Reds and Royals. Royals are up 4-0 in the top of the 7th. We have Indians and Pirates that are just starting. Rays and Yankees are just starting. ESPN is doing a live look-in of the Rays and Yankees right now. Garrett Cole just had a 1-2-3 first inning. Mets and Marlins are just starting up. Cubs and Cardinals do have a doubleheader. So Cubs are leading this one 2-0 at the moment, top of the 4th. Nationals and Braves is what we're supposed to be watching here tonight on ESPN, but there is a rain delay right now, and who knows when that is going to start up. We have the Braves and Twins. That's scheduled to be starting at 8:10. We have the Tigers, White Sox, 8:10. Astros and the Rockies. Astros are playing much better baseball as of late. Rockies are still hanging tough. They got off to a really good start. Let's see how they stay, or how if they can stay kind of where they're at. Who knows? Rangers and Padres, they're starting up at 9:10. Padres are playing some decent baseball as of late. Dodgers right now, they're off to a great start this year, which was expected. 18-7. They're going up against the Mariners, who have the complete opposite record, 7-18. Diamondbacks are playing some better baseball as of late, 13-11, going up against a really good A's team. That should be a good game tonight. You got two losing teams tonight. You got the Angels and the Giants going up against each other. That starts up at 9:45. And yeah, so it says Reds and Royals. So they're playing a game. I don't know what they're doing here. Oh, Matt Harvey's starting for the Royals tonight. That's interesting. Harvey will get the start in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Harvey last pitched in the big leagues with the Angels in 2019, going 3-5 with a 7.09 ERA and 12 starts. The former All-Star was signed by the Royals in late July. So look at Matt Harvey getting a start with the Royals. Man, would love Matt Harvey to revitalize that career. Seemed like he was just doing so good and then just fell off the face of the planet. So are the Reds and the Royals, are they in? So hold on. When did this game start? The Reds and the Royals. Is this game 1? Oh, I guess the Reds and the Royals are playing game 1 right now. Oh, that's right. It's 7 innings. So that game is just about to end, and it looks like they're going to be doing game 2 probably right after, I would imagine. So, but yeah, so that's the update around the league so far. First thing I kind of want to go over are, I want to go over some power rankings real quick. Kind of go over what teams I'm thinking are right now playing, the best baseball and just so on. So, but real quick before I get started, let's take a look at the chat. 109 off the bat, and he caught it just before his head. Who was that? I missed that, Patrick. Tell me in the chat. Robbie, are you sure you didn't get my accidental 1000s? Remember how it said error loading? Sean, no. I never got any of those. That's okay, though. The Phillies are better than the Red Sox. Agreed, Sean. The Phillies have some good talent. They got some decent pitching at the top of that rotation. Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler. Let's go Pirates. Yes, the Pirates. Well, I don't know. Do you really want the Pirates to win? I mean, they need to get. I mean, they're right on track to get a really good draft pick. So, top 5 teams: Phillies, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Dodgers, Nationals. Are those like your top 5 teams right now, or are those like your favorite teams? I don't know if I don't think the Phillies should be number 1 in the power rankings, but I think maybe those are teams that you like. Is that what you're saying? Got my wisdom teeth removed today. I have never gotten my wisdom teeth removed. Never gotten that done. Heard the second day is always the worst, though, so I'm prepared for pain. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of just coming off of a trauma, honestly, right? You just had teeth just pulled from your mouth. But yeah, I would say probably, yeah, gonna be a little painful in the next couple days. Pop some ibuprofen, man. That'll help. Let's see. Is it just me, or did you get a new camera? So what's up, Campan? Didn't even see you come in here. So, Campan, I actually realized that I have my phone upside down. I didn't realize that. And so it's like a bit of a different angle. And right now it's still sunny out, so the light is kind of coming in a little bit. So that's why the lighting might look a little different at the moment. But nope, still using my iPhone. I will be using the camera here shortly. So guys, big news. Got the we have, hold on, let me show you. We got the new computer. Yeah, let me pull it out here. We got an HP. I got it on sale. So, yeah, I returned that I returned the MacBook. Sorry. I returned the MacBook and got an actual desktop computer. Got it at like a really good price, honestly. The MacBook, man, I'll tell you what, guys. If you like Mac, that's great. I like Apple. I'm using their iPad right now. I love Apple, like with the iPads and the iPhones. But man, I just don't like their MacBooks. That's just me. I'm not a big Mac fan. I don't know, just Mac OS, that operating system. I'm not a big fan of for some reason. So, but with iPads and iPhones, I'm all about those. So, but the big problem to me with like MacBooks and stuff, they're just so expensive, man. So expensive. So that MacBook that I got and then ended up bringing back, it was $1,600. I used it for a weekend. I legit just couldn't, I couldn't stand it. It was like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. I gave it a few days to try and get used to the system. And yeah, I just wasn't a fan of it. And it was $1,600. Like, are you kidding me? I returned that so quick. But I got this desktop with the monitor. The MacBook had 256 gigabytes of storage, but this desktop has 512 gigabytes of storage, and they're both on solid state drives. And this is also an i5 Intel processor. It literally had the same, if not better, specs than the MacBook. And I got this for $800. Like, I got it for half the price. I mean, yeah, I can't move it around like a MacBook, like a laptop, but like I didn't even need a laptop, honestly. I don't know why I got it. I didn't even ever think of getting a desktop. So, but yeah, we got the computer set up. I'm just waiting for the I don't know if you guys have ever streamed video games or whatever, but there's something that you can buy that you can plug into your computer. It's called a capture card. And so I can plug it, what it is. It almost looks like a little flash drive almost. So you plug it into the computer and then you run an HDMI cord into it. And then that HDMI cord connects to your camera. So basically I'll be able to use my camera to do the streams from now on. And then I'll be able to actually use on the desktop. Right now I'm using Streamlabs OBS, that's where you can see these little graphics on the screen, like people that have donated, my goal on the screen for August for donations. And so that's why you can see those things, because I'm using an actual streaming program. But on the desktop, it's going to be just a lot better, honestly. Like, I can be able to share my screen with you guys if I'm ever showing you anything like statistics or whatever it may be. So, yeah, I can like put pictures on the screen and whatnot. So it'll be a lot better. I'm gonna have to practice with it a little bit, but yeah, I'm stoked. Got a good desktop. It's been running perfectly. So like, I haven't had any problems with it. It's been awesome. So, anyway, but enough of me talking about computer stuff. Let's talk baseball. So let's go into the power rankings. So I'm gonna start probably all the way at the bottom. I'm gonna actually type these up as I go, and that way, that these are like live power rankings. So I already know probably my first few at the bottom. So let me get this typed up here. Here we go. So definitely at number 30, the Pirates. The Pirates right now, they're just not playing any good baseball. I mean, if we go look at their stats right now, they're really not doing all that much. Hold on, let me pull up their stats. I was kind of taking a gander at them earlier. Here we go. All right. So right now, if we take a look, I mean, the Pirates right now, offensive wins above replacement, they're dead last. They're not hitting at all. They're not doing anything with the hitting. Pitching wise, they're actually better pitching than hitting. So right now they are 23rd in offensive wins above replacement. But overall, I believe they have the worst record. So let's go to the league standings. MLB.com. What is going on? What are we doing? Here we go. Standings. Wow, MLB.com. You are killing me right now. Okay, here we go. All right, standings for the entire major league. So yeah, Pittsburgh has the worst record in the league right now. They're 4-15. That's a 211 winning percentage. I mean, good grief. They're just playing so bad. They have a negative 37 run differential. So definitely right now, Pirates are at number 30. 29, I'll put the Mariners. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this Mariners team. I know they're not really built to win at the moment, but right now the Mariners, there's just not really much going on with this team. Where are they at ranking-wise? So hitting, they're 24th in offensive wins above replacement. WRC plus, where are they at? So yeah, not really all that much better. They're 26. I mean, I don't know. I think their pitching might look a little better. Right now, their pitching, yeah, they're 24th. So I mean, yeah, the Mariners don't really have much going on. So I mean, they're having some guys that are having some decent years. Taking a look. I mean, right now, hitting-wise for the Mariners, Kyle Lewis, I mean, he's having a really good season. He's hitting .344. He's got 5 homers, 17 RBIs. Even Kyle Seager's having a pretty good year so far. Actually, a very good year. He's hitting .307, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. So, Kyle Lewis and Kyle Seager, they're playing well. I mean, Dylan Moore is also hitting pretty well, hitting .290 on the year, 4 homers. He's got 9 RBIs. But yeah, I mean, but other than that, J.P. Crawford's also having a pretty good year. Maybe not great. I mean, he has a low batting average. It's .244, but he's getting on base, or he has a .352 on base. His slugging is really low. I mean, to me, he looks like a guy, that could maybe go, I don't know. He gets on base, so I think he's been leading off for them. I don't know. He's not really, doesn't really seem like he's doing much. He hasn't hit any home runs. He's scored 15 runs, so that's pretty good, I guess. He's stolen 4 bases. But other than that, there's not really much going on with the Mariners' offense. But if we're taking a look at the pitching, Justice Sheffield's doing pretty good. He's got a 4.12 ERA, but he does have a 2.38 FIP. Marco Gonzalez is doing pretty good. Maybe Marco Gonzalez could be a trade chip. So, but other than that, I mean, the Mariners aren't really doing much. So I got the Mariners at number 29. 28, I got the Red Sox. So let's talk about my Red Sox for a second. They are, I'll tell you, I know this is a weird season. I know this is a complicated season. It's 60 games. There's not really, I don't know. I'm not going to complain too much because, it's 60 games. You know what I mean? Luckily, we're getting this. But this Red Sox team, I'll tell you, since I've started watching the Red Sox in the early 2000s, this might be, like I said, I've only been watching since the early 2000s. I don't know how, I didn't really get to see this team play through some bad years, in the 90s and stuff like that, 80s. But holy cow, this team has to be the worst that I've seen. It's just not even good. The pitching is obviously miserable, but it's just even the hitting. They can't put, any rallies together. They can't do anything. They got the win today. So, but holy cow, they had dropped, I think they were at, what were they even at? They were 8 straight losses, I believe. I think they were at 9 straight losses, I believe. I think they dropped 9 straight. So, yeah, I think that's what it was. Hold on. I think it was 9 games in a row. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they lost 9 in a row. And what was so funny last night, I was kind of busy doing video stuff last night, and I saw the Red Sox were up 3-1 against the Phillies. So I was like, oh, look at that. We're winning a game. And I'll be honest, I hadn't really checked in because I was really just sucked into a video, the Marlins video that I posted today. And by the time I was done with everything, I saw the final score was like 13-6. I'm like, what the heck happened? We were up like 3-1. It was like the third inning. So I couldn't help but laugh at that point. But the pitching is horrible. They got just wrecked by the Yankees. They got wrecked by the Rays. I mean, they lost 2 4-game series in a row. I mean, that's bad, man. When you're playing a team 4 times in a row, and then you play another team 4 times in a row, you can't even get 1 win out of those 4 in a 4-game series. Like, getting swept in a 4-game series, that's miserable, man. That's like not good for any team, especially if it's like a divisional game. Holy cow. That's just miserable. And yeah, I mean, what is there to say? There's just no pitching. I mean, the guys on the offense, I mean, what are they even doing? I don't even know. There's just like nothing. I mean, Verdugo's doing good. Verdugo's having a pretty decent year. I mean, he's bringing some kind of a jolt into this team. But even still, I mean, while Verdugo has provided some good, little moments here. I mean, he's got 5 home runs. He's got 9 RBIs. I mean, he's doing fine. Like, he is hitting well. But overall, though, his wins above replacement is only 0.6. I mean, when you look at Alex Verdugo, his stat, I think his fielding hasn't been all that great. There's been some little blunders he's made in the field. Well, no, I guess that's actually looking all right. Oh no, never mind. I guess he's actually. I guess they didn't really account. Well, yeah, no. He has -1 defensive runs saved playing in right, and I think I remember what that was. There was something that I don't remember exactly what he did, but there was something where he kind of goofed up on a play. But yeah, I mean, overall though, Verdugo has been a bright spot on this team. I mean, Mitch Moreland has also been a bright spot on this team. He's got 6 home runs on the year. He's got 14 RBIs. I mean, I wonder if a team would maybe want to take a chance on Mitch Moreland. I don't know. I would like to keep Moreland around because, I mean, Moreland, we don't really have another. Well, I guess we do have guys that could play first. You got Chavis. I mean, Dahlback could come up and play first, but you'd rather have Dahlback stay at third. I mean, I think Moreland could get you something. I wouldn't be surprised to see Moreland go. I would honestly like to keep Kevin Pillar. He's another guy that's been having a pretty decent year so far. I'd like to keep him around. I think he's a great guy to have on your team, for the next few seasons. He's kind of like your 4th outfielder. But he's been playing well. So he's hitting .293 on the year. He's got 2 homers. Bogarts, I mean, he's having a pretty typical Xander Bogaerts year, just solid. 4 homers, 13 RBIs. He's hitting .273. He's got an OPS of around like 820. So I'm wondering with Chavis, if maybe they would be able to swing a deal for Chavis. Let's see. Chaim Bloom today, he did come out. So I will be posting the Should the Red Sox Trade Xander Bogaerts video tomorrow. But Chaim Bloom did come out today and say that both Xander Bogaerts and Rafael Devers are core players. And this was the part that I thought was interesting. I mean, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think of what he said. But he said, I mean, to me, it was by the media, it was portrayed more as a positive. But to me, I was like, huh? Like, it was kind of like his way of saying, let me just tell you what he said. He said, I hope for these guys to be part of our next championship team. The I hope part was weird to me. That was odd because that to me says everyone is up for grabs on the Red Sox right now. I think that's his way of saying he'd like to keep Bogaerts around because obviously Bogaerts is just going into his prime. If you think about it, the Red Sox have let's say you go into a 2 or 3 year rebuild for the Red Sox. They start completely fresh. Bogaerts is a guy where he's still only 27 years old. He's just going into his prime. That is a guy you can keep around until you get to a competitive team again. So he has an opt-out, I believe, in 2022. I believe. Let me go look at his contract real quick. I believe the opt-out is in 2022. Let's take a look. Come on. Where are the contracts? Red Sox. Contracts. Here we go. Xander Bogaerts. When is this? I know he has an opt-out. Where is the opt-out? I believe it's after 2022. There will be an opt-out. Bogaerts will be locked up long-term, though. Taking another big name off the market. Blah, 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 blah. There's an opt-out clause after the third year, 2022. So who knows? I mean, I don't know. By that, I don't know if the Red Sox, starting in 2022, next year might be kind of bad. I mean, the Red Sox, I think, could be somewhat competitive in 2022, maybe. To have this offseason, you got all of next season, then you got that offseason. So I don't know if they could be competitive by 2022. So I don't know, man, because I'll talk about this in my video tomorrow, but to kind of give you just like a sort of a preview, I guess, is he has a full no trade clause that comes into effect, I believe, on September 6th or something, because that's the 7-year mark of his playing career. So he's gonna have that. He's gonna have that full no trade clause come into effect. So that is kind of interesting, because right now you can trade him, but after that no trade clause kicks in, you now have to have him approve the trade. So he can balk at that kind of a trade. So yeah, that's interesting. And he has the opt-out in 2022. So you don't know what he's going to do at that point. Who knows what, financially, what teams are going to be like at that point. He's probably going to be playing very well at that point. He's just going into his prime. So he definitely could opt out at that point. Honestly, at this point, I think he could get a better deal than what he's getting. He signed a team-friendly deal. It was $120 million for 6 years. So I think there is a chance that he definitely could opt out. And I mean, with that no trade clause coming into effect, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. So I don't know. But anyway, back to the power rankings. I got the Red Sox at 27 or 28. Sorry, let's take a look. I'm going back to the standings. Yeah, that is crazy to me that I am putting the Red Sox at 28th. 28th in the power rankings. In the whole league. 28th. I don't think I've ever put the Red Sox that low. That is nuts, man. All right. Let's take a look. So right now, who are some teams here? Yeah, I'll stick with kind of how the standings are looking. So far I'm with the standings. Right now, Pittsburgh is in last. Seattle is in second to last. Red Sox are third to last. I'm going to stick with the standings. I'm going to go Angels at 27. Right now, the Angels, I mean, they got definitely good pieces on the offense. They are getting some decent production from the rotation. But, I mean, overall, though, the Angels they don't know how to win games. That is I don't know what is going on with that team. It's such a weird team to me because they're getting good production. Mike Trout is playing out of his mind once again. I mean, Mike Trout is just he's a god. It is ridiculous. He's got 10 home runs already. I mean, it's freaking nuts. I mean, Anthony Rendon, he's playing extremely well. He's getting on base at a crazy amount. He's only hitting .254, but he's got an on-base percentage of .438. That's crazy, man. He's got 6 homers. I mean, you're getting really good production from the lineup. Fletcher's hitting well. Brian Goodwin's hitting well. Tommy La Stella's hitting well. I mean, what is going on? It's the pitching. I mean, but what's crazy is that they have Bundy, who is pitching really well. So, they're showing the Red Sox highlights here. So, yeah, it was nice to see the Red Sox, actually, man, like play a good game today against the Phillies, Tough call for the Phillies today, man, because, that is a team in contention. We'll get to the Phillies here in a little bit. But going back to the Angels, man, Dylan Bundy, Andrew Heaney, they're both pitching extremely well. But they're not getting anything from anyone else. Like, that is like, my gosh, man. They did just get Tehran back, so, he's going to have to – he's pitched 3 starts. He's already had 3 starts already, and he's not pitching very well. Goodness gracious. He has an ERA of 12.38. Griffin Canning, he's been Patrick Sandoval, he's – actually, is he hurt? Like, what? He's only made 3 starts while these other guys have made 5. So I'm not sure what's going on with Patrick Sandoval. But that's pretty much it with the Angels. They got 2 guys that can pitch. But Andrew Heaney, with him, he does have a 2.74 FIP, but his ERA is 4.74. But, the bright spot's Dylan Bundy. He's 3-2. He's striking out over 10 guys per 9. So that's a bright spot. But the Angels, they just can't win. Like, that's – I don't know, man. All right, number 26. I'll take a break here at 25, and I'll come back to the chat. Just to let you guys know, if you do want me to see a comment, if you want to have the comment stick out so I don't miss it, Super Chats are on. You can donate through Streamlabs. I'll put the link in the description. So just letting you guys know. I'll come back to the chat here in a second. But moving on, number 26. Taking a look at the standings right now. I think you got to stick with the Giants. Right now, the Giants are currently 25th, and I'm going to stick with the Giants at 25. They were having a pretty good little start there. Mike Yastrzemski's playing pretty decent. But, other than that, what do they even have going on? They don't have that. That's pretty much what the Giants have right now is Mike Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski. But other than that, what is going on with this team? Kevin Gausman's pitching okay. He's fine. But other than that, they got no one. Johnny Cueto, he's pitched 5 games so far. But he's got an ERA in the mid-4s. So Cueto, that contract is just god-awful. Taking a look at the batting. Like I said, other than Mike Yastrzemski is having a heck of a year right now. He's hitting .311. 436 on base, 656 slugging, 6 homers, 19 RBIs. He is having a really good year. 344 ISO. Incredible. Donovan Solano's playing pretty well. He's got 15 RBIs. He's hitting .392, 430 on base, 544 slugging. So Donovan Solano's a bright spot. Austin Slater's doing pretty well. He's hitting .317. He's got a few homers. Other than that, though, this is not really much. Look at Evan Longoria. He's only hitting .234, man. 292 on base. Man, what the heck happened to Evan Longoria? Man, it's crazy how these players can just go on these downward trends. But yeah, so I'll stick with it there, and I'll put the Giants at 26. I'll keep going here in a little bit. I'll come back to the chat. Alrighty, let's see what's going on in the chat. Alrighty. Hey, what's going on, Jackson? I'm doing all right, man. Tired from work today. We are getting into it now at school, man. We're fully just into all the work. We're getting there, man, and I'm tired. So I just found out today for work that for this year so far at school, I've been having only kids online, and we've been talking through Microsoft Teams, which is kind of like Zoom pretty much. But I just found out today I'm going to be getting 3 kids face-to-face. So I'm going to be having kids online, and I'm also going to be having a few kids in my classroom. So how the hell that's going to work, I don't freaking know. I don't know. So that's going to be interesting. But overall, doing pretty good. I'm excited about this Xander Bogaerts video. And yeah. All right, we're up to 12 people in the chat. What is going on, everyone? If you are in the chat, if you're just coming in, please like the video. It's going to help this stream get out to more baseball fans. But But yeah, welcome. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe down below. We are approaching 1,600 subscribers. So we are just growing very steadily. But yeah, if you are just coming in as well and you are new, we're going to be doing live streams pretty much twice a week, usually Wednesday, Sunday. So just watching whatever's going on in baseball and then kind of just talking some baseball. So, alrighty. Jackson, Red Sox will try to get Lewis Brinson. I think with the right team and the right hitting coach, you can turn it around. I'll have to look more into Lewis Brinson. I haven't heard of that name, Jackson. You know more than I do with that. Campan, I'm a Dodgers fan, and Verdugo was the one guy I did not want to go to the Red Sox in the Betts trade. I think a lot of Dodger fans didn't want to let go of Verdugo. But with Verdugo, I mean, you're getting Mookie Betts. You know, like if you're gonna if you have a choice between Mookie Betts and Alex Verdugo, I mean, you know, you're gonna pick it. Patrick O'Brien, Robbie, your shirt. Yeah, man. I don't really do cardio. The only kind of cardio I do, like I said, I do powerlifting, so I'm not really focused too much on any kind of cardio because the goal is to just try and lift some heavy ass weight. But the one kind of cardio I do farmer carries. It's where I just carry around like these two little handles and I have like weights on the sides of them. So that's those are pretty difficult actually. So those are very difficult. But that's really the only kind of cardio I do. And I walk to the fridge, so that's cardio as well, right? Here we go. Verdugo and Seager. I wanted to go to Boston. We didn't get Seager, but I'll take what I can get. Yeah, Seager, I think he would have been cool, but I mean, really, where would you have played him, you know? Bo Sox should have taken Gratterall. That guy's disgusting. Yeah, Gratterall's nasty. He's going to be the closer for the Dodgers long term. And I think the Dodgers knew what they were getting in Gratterall. So Gratterall, I think, he's going to be really good. It's a matter of whether he can stay healthy. So that's going to be the interesting thing is can he stay in good shape? He seems a little more on the fluffy side, but the guy is just thick. I think if he's just pitching, I think he has like the perfect build for a closer. Like, I mean, Gratterall's going to be good. Alrighty. James Scott, what is up? He has arrived. Told you about Pilar. Dude is the real deal. Yeah, I like Pilar, man. I think he's a really good guy to have on your team. I think as a fourth outfielder, I think he's great. I'd keep Devers and Bogarts. I'm conflicted, man. I'm conflicted about Bogarts. Not that I don't like Bogarts. I like Bogarts. I do. I love Alexander Bogarts. A little, the fielding can get annoying sometimes, but he's gotten better. But the only thing with Bogarts, man, is he's so good, and he has a good, friendly contract to where teams are attracted to that, especially in this upcoming offseason when who knows what teams are going to be spending. Bogarts has a very team-friendly deal, and I mean, he has the opt-out, but still, I think he could help a team in the next couple of years if a team is, like, close to contending. Like the Indians, I think he would be a good fit on the Indians, honestly. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Lindor? I mean, honestly, the Indians, I mean, man, bring in Bogarts and trade away, well, I don't know if you could do that. Then you'd lose leverage. But, I don't know. Would you be even really losing all that much leverage? I don't know. But, man, imagine if they could bring in Bogarts and then trade away Lindor, get some prospects in return. Then now you got a replacement at shortstop. I mean, I don't know. I think with the Red Sox, oh my God, he would bring in such a good package. And that's the only reason why I find, it's crazy because I didn't know with Bogarts, I didn't know that the no trade clause, what do you call it? The no trade clause would kick in this year. I never really read about that. Like, and so when Ken Rosenthal brought it up, I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that. So that's good on him for, seeing that. Because really that is something like, yeah, that kicks in soon, And guys with no trade clauses, like that can get a little, it gets a little hard sometimes to deal with these guys when they have a no trade clause. but and then he has the opt out. So it's like, man, I think a team. If you can get a really good pitching prospect for Bogarts with a couple other guys that can't come along with him, man, I think that could be decent. But I could also see the pros of keeping him as well. It's a little different than with Betts, because Betts, he only had Betts had the 1 year until free agency thing. So Betts, I mean, and he hadn't shown any idea of or any hint of wanting to re-sign with Boston. He wanted to test free agency. So that was different. But with Bogarts, that's where I could see the pros, is because, well, he is locked up at least until the next couple of years before he can opt out. So yeah, man, with Bogarts though, you could make an argument for either way. He's the face of your team right now, and he's on a team friendly deal. But he can also bring back like a ton of prospects, and not like Betts, because people were saying, well, the Red Sox weren't really going to get much for Betts. Well, they ended up getting a pretty decent package for Betts. I mean, if he had maybe a couple more years left to control, Betts would have definitely brought in more. But for what you got for Mookie Betts, who had 1 year left until free agency, dude, you got like a pretty decent package back for him, honestly. You got Verdugo and Jeter Downs. That was a really good package to me. So, but if you could get that for Mookie Betts, imagine what you can get for Xander Bogaerts. I mean, there's not really many good shortstops out there. I would keep everyone except JD. Yeah, I think they got to move on from JD. I think there are teams that really can help him out, or where he could help out some teams. Pilar, Verdugo, Bogarts, Devers, Vasquez got to stay, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, with Bogarts, I think you can make an argument for either way. I mean, Devers, I think Devers is different because I think he has like 3 more years until he gets to free agency, I believe. 2018, 2019. So yeah, I think he becomes a free agent 2023, I believe. So yeah, Devers. I mean, yeah, you keep Devers because you have him for cheap. So you have the arbitration years. But Rob, you might have to go. Be back later. All right, Patrick, sounds good. Hold up. Will we be good next year and the year after? We get Sale, Eddie back if we sign Lester and get Cora back. We're set. Don't trade anyone except JD, so we have to save some money. Put Devers as DH. Yeah, there's a lot of ways the Red Sox can go. I'm starting to wonder. Bloom also made some comments today, saying he didn't exactly say. I don't know the exact quote, but he said, or he was suggesting pretty much that that the Red Sox might be leaning more towards trading some guys, because obviously it's like, look at what they're doing. They're out of it. They're horrible. So, but you have guys of value on the team that can bring back prospects. Chaim Bloom, you're going to hear all about this tomorrow on my video. Chaim Bloom is a guy where he is so good at trading. Chaim Bloom I don't think people realize how good he was at making trades in Tampa. He brought in both Tyler Glasnow and Austin Meadows for Chris Archer. And they also brought in Shane Baz as well. He's now their number 5 prospect. He's a really good pitcher. He did really well in Single A last year. So he's a guy that's on the rise. He made a whole ton of other trades. Like, let me see. Let me pull this up. He made a lot, man. Hold on a second. Dude, Chaim Bloom made so many trades with the Rays. I have a few written down here. I'm not gonna say all of them because I want you guys to kind of be a little excited for the video. But one notable one. This is actually interesting. It's actually funny because he actually traded. He traded for Jalen Beeks, and the guy that he traded away for Jalen Beeks was Nathan Eovaldi, who then, with the Red Sox, ended up signing a contract. So it's funny because he traded away Nathan Eovaldi, and now he has Nathan Eovaldi. So I wonder if Bloom would trade him away again. I mean, I think he could have some value to some teams. He's healthy. I mean, are you going to trade him away? If you're going to go full rebuild, dude, trade Eovaldi. Get something back for him. Another guy they brought in Ryan Yarbrough. Remember they traded for Tommy Pham. So, but yeah, man, they made a lot of little trades. He got rid of Evan Longoria's contract. That was big. I mean, look how bad he is now. He's not any bit what he used to be. But yeah, Chaim Bloom is. Oh, that is hit deep. Oh. Wait, what just happened to my screen? Oh my goodness. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, Yankees just hit a home run. My whole app just like crashed for a second. I got the YouTube app too. Is that Luke Voigt? Ooh, Luke Voigt. I got him on my fantasy team. Thank you, Luke Voigt. Jesus, he mashed this ball. Dude, he hit an oppo. Holy crap. Luke Voigt just hit an oppo shot, and it went to the second deck. Dang, man. Well, now it's a 2-1 game. Wow, he just wrecked that ball. Jesus. Wow. But yeah, well, Rays are still up 2-1, but the Yankees are now on the board. Oh, that's hit deep. Nope, that's a fly ball. Anyway, but yeah. So let's take a look. Back to the chat. Xander fits with the Braves well. Yeah, he would be a great addition to the Braves. Man. So hold on, let's take a look at the Braves currently. Well, I mean, the problem with the Braves, though, is, I mean, they got Dansby Swanson. They got Ozzie Albies. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the Braves would really be interested in a trade, you know? I mean, I did think about that yesterday because I was kind of coming up with some trades of where he could possibly go. There are a few teams that Bogarts could go to. So, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to turn on a couple more lights. It's starting to get a little dark. 1 second. Alrighty. All right, that looks better. Alrighty. So where were we in the chat? What team is Max Scherzer going to sign with when he's a free agent? Yeah, I feel like Scherzer, he'll retire a National, I would think. Jimmy Productions. Wonder if the Yanks will keep James Paxton. I would imagine. I mean, the Yankees, they're not very deep on starting pitching. They got to have money for Tanaka and DJ. I don't know, man. I wonder if the Yankees bring Tanaka back. That's going to be an interesting one. I think they could. I think they could bring him back on like a 2-year deal, you know? What's your opinion on Casey Mize? I mean, hey, he's one of the best prospects. He's one of the best pitching prospects in the game right now. I mean, he's going to be huge for the Tigers. He's pretty much non-tradable at this point. NL Rookie of the Year prediction. I'd say right now Dustin May. I mean, he's pitching pretty well. So I would go with him. And he has like that platform, right now with the Dodgers where people kind of just know about Dustin May, There's Nico Horner with the Cubs too. When are you doing a how to fix the Detroit Tigers? Well, Joshua, no one ever voted for that one. I put how to fix the Detroit Tigers in so many polls, but no one ever picked the Tigers. It was always another team that got picked. But I can put that in the next poll. Like I said, I have you guys pick it, so whatever wins the poll, that's what I do. So, I got Void on my fantasy team. Yeah, he's been playing pretty well. Xander to third base for the Braves. With Xander, though, I think he wants to play short. I think, he's played third before, but he didn't like playing third. So I don't think Xander would play third because he just doesn't like it. I remember when they moved him to third back in 2014. He played third base for the Red Sox at first when they won the World Series in 2013, and then he moved to shortstop. But the Red Sox, they had like basically a black hole at third base that next year. And so what they did was they brought back Steven Drew to play shortstop, and then they slid Bogarts back over to third, and he wasn't very happy about it. So I think with him personally, I don't think he's going to want to play third. Trey Turner to Boston for Xander Bogaerts and some pitching prospects. I mean, that'd be interesting. I wonder what the Nationals are kind of like. I wonder what they're thinking right now. What kind of prospects do they even have, And where are they going, direction-wise? Are they going to be, a couple years, or what are they doing? Are they still competing? I don't know. I think they're still a pretty decent team. Do you think Pete Alonso is starting his comeback, or is it a lucky series? I mean, anything at this point for Pete Alonso is good. I mean, he hit for a lot of power last year. There were some things that kind of negatively stuck out. He wasn't as good, I believe, in the second half last year. I think we were looking at his stats not too long ago. Let's take a look. All right, taking a look at splits. 2019. He was really good in the first half last year, and then second half he kind of fell off a bit. He hold on. Yeah, he hit 280 in the first half last year, and then he hit 235 in the second half. He still hit for power in the second half. But yeah, I don't think he was getting on base as much. It's not telling me like his on base stuff here. Hold on. Overall, he had 260 on the year. He had an on base. Wow, Fangraphs, you're really annoying right now. He had a 358 on base. I don't know what his on base was in the first half. Hold on. Yeah, I think there was something along the way where he just kind of got into a bad habit. Let's take a look. Pete Alonso splits for 2019. So we know he hit for a lower average in 2019. First half he had an on base of 372, and then that's really good. And then the second half, his on base dropped to 341. So he definitely dropped off a little bit in the second half. So I'd imagine he's going to probably start picking it up here soon. So his play lately has been pretty good. I mean, he's not having a good year. He's hitting 244. He's got 5 homers. He's still getting on base at a decent rate. He's got a 370 on base so far. He's just not really like producing like he did last year. So, alrighty. All right, I'm going to come back to the chat here in a second, and then I'm going to get back to my power rankings. All right, so 25th right now. So I had the Giants at 26. So I would say, hold on. Oh, come on. Why is this doing this? League, here we go. Right now, I mean, man, I don't know. This is a toughie. I would say I'll still stick with the standings. Trust me, my power rankings will differ from the standings here, but I'll put the Royals at 25. I mean, there's just not really much going on with the Royals. I mean, there's not really much here. I mean, they got Rosenthal, who's doing pretty good, but he could be a pretty decent trade piece this year. I think the Royals would be silly to not trade him. I mean, they're completely rebuilding, so why not? Why not see what you can get back for him? I mean, I think that would be a really good thing to keep bringing prospects in. I think that's the best thing right now the Royals can do. I mean, so they got some other guys. Let's take a look at how they are looking stat-wise. So, Fangraphs can be so confusing sometimes. All right. I mean, another interesting trade piece, maybe Whit Merrifield. He's having a pretty good year. He's hitting 300 on the year. He's got a 354 on base. He's leading the team in wins above replacement. Salvador Perez. I mean, could he maybe go somewhere? He's looking healthy this year. Jorge Soler. He's not really having that kind of a year like he did last year. I don't know if a team would want to take a chance on him. But yeah, I mean, there's just not really much going on. I think the Royals. I mean, I think really they should try and trade some guys. It's like, go full rebuild. Danny Duffy's having a pretty good year. I mean, not great, 4.44 ERA, but he's a guy that could help out. But yeah, Trevor Rosenthal right now, he is on a tear. He's pitched in 10 games. He's got 5 saves, 0.90 ERA. He's looking good. So I'd say, man, try and get some trades going here. Moving on to 24. I would say, you know what? I'm gonna. Next up in the standings are the Nationals, but the Nationals aren't this low. I'm gonna put the Nationals up higher. I'm gonna put the Tigers. The Tigers had a good start. They were playing well, but right now with the Tigers, it's they just had a bit of a fluky start. And I mean, they're 3-7 in the last 10 games. They're 9-12 on the year so far. They've lost 7 in a row. I mean, there's an argument where you could maybe put the Royals in front of the Tigers. Honestly, I mean, I could honestly put the Royals in front of the Tigers. I mean, am I going to put the Royals in front of the Tigers? I mean, the Royals have played a few more games than the Tigers, and the Royals are 6-4 in their last 10. So I don't know. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to switch that around. I'm going to put the Tigers at 25. And I'm going to put the Royals at 24. I just think right now, I think the Royals, are just playing better baseball. The Tigers have lost 7 straight games. They have negative 23 run differential, where the Royals have only a -6. I mean, I'm not saying that's great, but that's better than the Tigers. But yeah, the Royals lately are playing better baseball. So I'm going to put the Royals at 24. And the Tigers will be at 25. I mean, the Tigers, they were having a pretty fun start to the year. But I mean, we all know what the Tigers are. They're the Tigers. I mean, they're completely in a rebuild. Spencer Turnbull, he's pitching pretty decent. But other than that, I mean, what else is really going on here? I mean, so right now, taking a look at their starters, I mean, Matthew Boyd, he's getting hit hard. He's been awful. I mean, like I said, Spencer Turnbull's doing okay. Ivan Nova's getting smacked around. Michael Fulmer, he's getting destroyed. I mean, this is nothing going on. I mean, the Tigers, they were having I think the Tigers statistically have the worst pitching in the entire league, which is surprising considering how bad the Red Sox have been. But Jacoby Jones, he is the standout guy right now for the Tigers. Hitting .274, 348 on base, 629 slugging, 5 homers, 13 RBIs. So, I mean, he's playing well. You got guys like Austin Romine, Jonathan Shoup, C.J. Cron. I mean, well, C.J. Cron is a really low average, so he's not really hitting very much. But he's got a few homers. He's got a 346 on base. That's crazy, man. He's only hitting 190, but he still has a pretty good OPS. But yeah, not really much going on with the Tigers. So I got the Tigers 25, and I'm gonna move the Royals to 24. 23. Let's take a look. All I'm going to go Rangers at 23. I mean, same thing, with these other teams. Really, there's just not really much going on. Taking a look at the Rangers here. Rangers. I mean, they got some decent pieces on the offense. Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo actually has an incredibly low average, but he has almost a 900 OPS with a 214 batting average. He's got 6 homers, 15 RBIs, so that's good. Frazier's doing pretty good. Todd Frazier hitting 296 on the year, OPS above 800, but there's not really much there. I mean, it's going to be interesting with the Rangers with this pitching. This pitching could, I wonder if they just blow this whole thing up. You got Lance Lynn, who right now, Lance Lynn is a Cy Young candidate. He right now has a 1.11 ERA, 32 innings pitched. He's 3-0 on the year. I mean, he's striking out about 10 batters per 9. So Corey Kluber has pitched 1 inning this year, so far that trade's been a bust. What is going on with Corey Kluber? About to say, I hadn't really heard of Corey Kluber, so he's still really dealing with some injury stuff, huh? Yeah, he was shut down 4 weeks. Why I didn't even see this, I don't know. So he was so he was having stuff going on with his shoulder, and he's probably already done for the season. Why didn't I see this? This is right here. Could be done for the season after only 1 inning. He has a tear in a small muscle in his right shoulder that won't require surgery. I mean, so their best case scenario is he'll come back next year. But, other than that, you got Mike Minor. He's getting hit pretty hard, but he's still a guy that could provide some depth. I wonder if they trade Lance Lynn. Honestly, for the Rangers, they have, no farm system. They got no farm. They got, I think, 2 guys in the top 100, very similar to the Red Sox. The Red Sox don't really have a deep farm system, and the Rangers are very similar. Trade Lance Lynn, get a decent package of prospects back, and I think the Rangers, that would benefit them. They're not going to do anything this year. Why keep them? I don't know. What are they going to do? Are they going to compete next year? Are they going to win a World Series next year? I don't know about that. All right, moving on to 22. 22. I'm going to try and speed this up a little bit. 22. Man. Oof. I don't know. Because this is hard because some teams have played more than others. Man. 22. This is tough. Once you start getting into the top half of these power rankings, it's pretty good. You know what? I'm just going to put the Cardinals here. The Cardinals, they just haven't played. They're 6-6. They had a good win against the Cubs today, but I'm just going to put the Cardinals there for now because they're playing 500 baseball right now, and considering that they've only played 12 games, but I just don't know where else to put them. I think here is fine. I think 22 is fine. They still got a lot of good pieces on that team. From what I understand, Jack Flaherty, I think he's only had a couple of starts, but he's pitched pretty well. Jack Flaherty, he's had 1 start, but he pitched well in that start. Adam Wainwright, he's had a couple starts. He's done well so far. Dakota Hudson's gotten hit around a little bit. But yeah, Carlos Martinez had 1 start, and he got shellacked. So, yeah, with the offense, that's where it gets a little, Paul Goldschmidt was off to a pretty good start. He was hitting .359, a couple homers. Yeah, Tyler O'Neill, he was doing all right. Dexter Fowler, Brad Miller, they were having decent starts to the year. Yeah, I'll say right now, leave the Cardinals at 22. 21. I'm going to put the Orioles at 21. They've lost 4 straight. They're 12-12, playing 500 ball. But there have been some bright spots on that Orioles team. Let's take a look. Right now, you got Pedro Severino. He's having a really good start to the year. 5 homers, 19 RBIs, 338 average, 400 on base. Pedro Severino is having a very good year. Anthony Santander, he's hitting 298 on the year. He's got 9 home runs. Anthony Santander, what in the heck is going on? He's got 25 RBIs. I mean, he's not playing great defense. He's got a negative 1.6 defensive outs above average. But, I mean, he's hitting. Holy crap. He is hitting great. Anthony Santander. So they got some decent pieces here. Hanser Alberto's doing all right. I mean, not just all right. I mean, he's got a 316 average, 340 on base, 490 slugging. So he's got an OPS in the 800s. Pitching-wise, with this Orioles team, I mean, right now, Alex Cobb's doing all right. Alex Cobb's doing decent. He's back this year from having some injuries. Other than that, though, not really much else going on. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, they got 6 guys who've made starts. Okay, so yeah, other than Alex Cobb, they don't really have much going on. I mean, Tommy Malone has been all right. He's got an ERA of 4. He does have a 2.53 FIP. Tommy Malone actually leads. Oh, okay, no, so I take that back. Tommy Malone is actually doing pretty good. He's pitched in 4 games. Yeah, I mean, it's still ERA. It's not bad. I mean, it's a 4, but he's got a 2.53 FIP, and his xFIP is 3.88. So, but I mean, with the Orioles, I mean, they've lost 4 straight. I mean, there's just, you know, what I mean, you know, how can you really rely on, you know, these little hot starts? So these teams are coming back down to earth. So I think you're going to start seeing the Orioles kind of stay around, you know, this area a little bit. All right, here we go. Rounding out the top 10 or the bottom 10 at 20. 20. I'll put the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays, this is a good spot for them. They're just having kind of like this, you know, weird year. You know, like they're not even playing at their own ballpark. They have won 3 straight, so I'll give them that. They've won 3 straight. But with this Blue Jays team, you know what? Hold on a second. I don't know if am I going to put the Blue Jays here? Because there's actually another team where I might want to put here instead. Ooh, this is a hard one. You know what? No, I take this back. I'm going to put the Blue Jays at 19, and I'm going to put the Marlins at 20. The Marlins are at 20. I just noticed the Marlins. I mean, it's crazy because I just did a video on the Marlins, but they have lost 4 straight games, and I mean, I'll get to the Marlins. You know, oh yeah, let's get to the Marlins. So I'll get to the Blue Jays here in a second. We're backpedaling a little bit here. I'm sorry, guys. Marlins at 20. Marlins right now, they are having some bright spots, especially with the pitching. Pablo Lopez, Eliezer Hernandez, Sandy Alcantara is coming back from COVID soon. I mean, dude, Pablo Lopez and Eliezer Hernandez have been so good this year. That is like, that's crazy, man. But, I mean, offensively, they're not doing all that great. They are going to get Miguel Rojas back soon. He was hitting extremely well to start the year. Magneuris Sierra, he's hitting really well. He's hitting 333. He's only got 32 plate appearances, though. But Brian Anderson, I mean, he's got 4 homers, 15 RBIs, 362 on base. Brian Anderson's doing pretty well. Whoops, got to plug in. Hold on a second, guys. Oop, my iPad's about to die. Where is my plug? Last thing I want is my iPad to die. Don't want that. Ugh. Oh, my goodness. We're a mess right now, folks. Ugh. Alrighty. Okay. I think we're going to be all right. I'll tell you what. If you guys ever get an iPad, make sure you get a longer cord than this one. The iPad cord that they give you, it is so short, man. Okay, we're plugged in. We're good to go. So, anyway, back to the Marlins. So they got some pieces that are doing all right. Jonathan Villar, he's running the bases really well. He's got 6 stolen bases already. You'd like to see him hit a little more. He's only hitting 239 though. But he's making, you know, some noise on the bases at least. So he's chipping in somehow. Just the Marlins. This Marlins team really could break out. They could. I really do think they could go on some kind of a run. I mean, they got like this weird mix of like veterans and like these young guys. Like when I say like weird, I mean like they got guys like Francisco Cervelli and like Jonathan Villar who aren't really like great veteran players, but like they're decent, you know? And they have like these talented younger guys, you know, like a Miguel Rojas, you know, Magneuris Sierra, you know, taking a look at, you know, a guy like Brian Anderson, he's 27. They got some guys here who, you know, they can make some stuff happen. But, you know, but for right now, I think the Marlins at 20, and then the Blue Jays at 19, and then I'll come back to the chat after I'm done talking about the Blue Jays. But yeah, the Blue Jays, they're just weird. I mean, and it looks like they're not going to have Bo Bichette for the rest of this season. Taking a look, let's see if there's any updates on that. Yeah, I mean, he had a knee injury, so, you know, who knows how much time he's going to miss. So, sucks for him, but, yeah, I don't know, man. Bo Bichette, he was playing really well, too. He was hitting 361, 5 homers, 13 RBIs. I mean, he was off to a tear. Teoscar Hernandez is hitting well. Kevin Biggio, he's, you know, low average still, but he's getting on base. You know, one guy that's been interesting here. Hold on a second. Why is it not showing Vlad Jr.'s stats? Vlad Jr., where are you at? This is the one thing about Fangraphs, man. For some reason, like it doesn't show it. For some reason, it doesn't show guys' stats all the time. So now I got to go to Baseball Reference. So, I mean, Vlad Jr. is having a pretty slow start, man. He's only hitting 222. I mean, 675 OPS. He's got a few homers, but, you know, he's not playing like a lot of people expected him to. Travis Shaw's hitting 250. He's got a few homers. I mean, so the Blue Jays are doing some stuff on the offensive side. And as for the pitching, I mean, Hyun-Jin Ryu, he's been pretty good. He's been exactly what he's needed to be. But the rest of the rotation, though. I mean, dude, you got Trent Thornton. He's doing pretty good. Well, no, sorry, I take that back. He's only pitched 4 innings. Matt Shoemaker, he's starting to get hit around a little bit. Nate Pearson, he's having a bit of a tough start. I mean, I was excited for him coming up because he's going to be really good. But he, you know, like a lot of rookies do, he's having his bumps. Tanner Roark's been pretty miserable. So, you know, the Blue Jays rotation had potential to be something good. But, you know, right now, Hyun-Jin Ryu is the only guy that's really doing anything. So, I'm going to keep it at that. So, Blue Jays at 19. So, let's come back to the chat. Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. So this game is still not on. Nationals and Braves is still not on. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Alrighty. All right, so what do we got going on in the chat? If anyone is just coming in, if anyone came in while I was kind of going off on a tangent talking there, if you can, like the video. That'll get it out to more baseball fans. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe. I'm talking baseball all the time. But yeah. Also, again, guys, just to let you guys know, I know I've said it like a million times, but if you want to, say something in the chat like I don't want to miss, you can do a super chat or you can do a Streamlabs donation. So that way I won't miss that question. Let's see. Today is one of those rare times the Mets got DeGrom run support. Yeah, that doesn't happen very much. Robbie can do a watch along in the Mets-Marlins game since the Braves game got postponed. I could do that. The one night he doesn't have his iPad charged, I'll scream. I have a 9-inch cord. I got to get a longer cord, man. Am I high, or did the Mariners just DFA Vogelback? Oh, really? Did they? Whoa. When I looked at his stats the other day, they didn't look all that great. Wow. He was an all-star last year. I wonder if he'll end up going anywhere. It could be maybe they just want to put him in the alternate camp or whatever. Wow. That's interesting. Speaking of camp, we're going to talk about Mike Clevinger here in a little bit. We're gonna talk about those guys. That was a bit of a crazy story. And Zach Plesac, those guys getting optioned. Goodness gracious, man. And then we'll talk about that more in a second. But Vogelback, what was going on with him? I mean, yeah, he was doing really bad. 2019. I mean, he had 30 homers and 76 RBIs, but he only hit 208 on the year, man. Like, I don't know. These guys that have these like really low averages, like he was getting on base, but when you that's kind of one of those things, man. If you have like this really low batting average and you can get on base, well, that is pretty much like the only way you can be successful at that point. Is now you're losing dimensions at that point. Like, you got to be able to hit for average and get on base. That's kind of the thing. It's like, I mean, because now this year his average was also really low. He was hitting worse this year than he was last year, and his on base was only 250 this year. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of one of those things where he, maybe they designate him and no one claims him, and then he can just go back to the alternate camp or whatever. So that's what they're trying to do, I think. So, yeah, he just hasn't really been that good, man. I mean, he had some pop last year, but I don't know. So let's take a look. Craig Kimbrell alert. He's coming in. Let me know how he does. I'm going to go over the scores here in a second. Today is quite the pitching day. Casey Mize is starting. So Casey Mize is getting the start. Oh, that's awesome. Why didn't I see this? Why am I not seeing this? I have the alerts set up on my MLB.com. What's up, man? I hate going back to school, man. I hate going back to work. I'm so busy with that, man. It's so annoying. Yeah, Casey Mize, man. Yeah, Casey Mize, he's going to be good. He's going to be really good. I got PP'd. Dang. PP'd, man. Dang. Well, I might just go over like a few news and notes, and the ESPN's kind of jumping around from game to game, so I'll just do my news and notes and I'll finish up. I'm noticing we're not getting many people in the chat tonight. I mean, we haven't even hit. I think the highest we got was 15, so we're not getting too many in the chat. But so I'll kind of just keep up with kind of my power rankings and whatnot, and yeah, we'll yeah. What else? Ooh, I got my 2020 Bowman, Casey Mize, Mojo, and Dane Dunning Gold. Ooh. If Vogelback goes to the Mets, that lineup, man, can you imagine that power? If he can get his power going again, that would be nice. I could see that. He's a kind of, he reminds me like a Mets kind of a player, you know. Yeah, the Orioles would be a good fit too. Hey, what's going on, Jake? Yeah, man. The Phillies, they got to start winning some games, man. All right, speaking of the Phillies, let's go check out some scores around the league right now. Cleveland and the Pirates, they are tied. They are scoreless through 6. Or not through 6. They're in the top of the 6. Tampa's still holding firm on a 2-1 lead against the Yankees in New York. Mets have a 1-0 lead against the Miami Marlins in the bottom of the 5th. Of course, right when I make a video saying the Marlins are going to win the World Series, they can't win a game. Brewers, Twins, they're scoreless so far. Tigers, White Sox, scoreless so far. Casey Mize is making his debut. That's crazy, man. He was just drafted 2 years ago, and he's already making his debut. That's crazy. That's so fast how fast he's risen. Cubs up 4-2 against the Cardinals in the bottom of the 7th. Reds and Royals are scoreless through 3. They're having a doubleheader today. And then we got a lot of games that haven't even started yet. We got the Astros, Rockies 8:40, Rangers, Padres at 9:10, Dodgers, Mariners at 9:40, Diamondbacks, A's at 9:40, Angels and Giants at 9:45, and then final for today, 5-2 Blue Jays against the Orioles. Red Sox beat the Phillies 6-3. Can't believe my Red Sox actually won a game. First win in 10 games. St. Louis did take game 1 of the doubleheader against the Cubs today, 9-3. And KC took the first game of the doubleheader against the Reds. So now the Braves and the Nationals, that's officially postponed. So what I might actually do, I might actually go change the title of this. See if maybe, because now no one's probably not even searching for it. So let me see. I might change the title of this real quick. I don't know. What could I call it? What could I do? I don't know. Alrighty. Okay. All right, we're set. Alrighty. I'm going to finish up in the chat here. I loved your prospect videos. Thank you very much, Derek. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jake, Harper's having a good year. He's having a very good year. I'm gonna get more into him in a little bit. Watch Vogelback find his way out of the Yankees. I don't think the Marlins win today with DeGrom on the mound. Wonder if Vogelback maybe goes to the Marlins. Be interesting. Hey, Hum Baby Baseball. What's going on? How we doing? How are you? We'll be the team to end someone's losing streak. Of course, right? I mean, you know. I don't know what's going on, man. The Phillies, man, because they got some talent. Like, I don't understand why they're not winning consistent games. I don't know, man. All right, Robbie, how do you feel if the Sox trade Xander? Yeah, I kind of went into this a little earlier. Look out for a video tomorrow. It's going to be called "Should the Red Sox Trade Xander Bogaerts?" So, it's interesting, you know, because he's right now, with Mookie Betts gone, he is now the face of your team. But with Xander Bogaerts, he has a very team-friendly deal. He is just entering his prime. That guy would bring back a package of prospects. He would bring back a haul of prospects. The thing is, I don't know and I don't think Bloom, he's not really going to say what his motives are. I think he's going to hint at it a little bit. Oh, Kimbrel gets the save. Look at Craig Kimbrel. 97 on the inner half. Wow. Craig Kimbrel got the save. Wow. But yeah, I don't know, man. Bogarts, I think you can go either way. I mean, you could get a really good package of prospects back for him. Look at what you got for Mookie Betts. I mean, Bogarts would get more than that because Bogarts, he has a friendly contract as well, which that's a good contract. $120 million, 6 years. I mean, come on, $20 million a year. That's a bargain today. So, but then there's also, that's another reason to keep him as well, is because he does have a team-friendly contract. So, yeah, and he's really good. He's just entering his prime. I don't think the Red Sox are really going to be really competitive for a couple more years. I think this year this is going to be a really hard year. This is going to be a tough year. Next year, I don't know. I don't know how much better next year is going to be. This kind of makes me think of 2013. Red Sox had that really good run, had a really good team that year, won it all that year. 2014, they just kind of very similar to last year. They were worse in 2014. They finished in last in 2014, whereas last year we finished in third. But 2014, they were trading away some guys. They traded away Lester. They traded away Lackey, So, yeah, I mean, that was kind of like they were transitioning a little bit. And then 2015, they were awful. 2016, they finally made it back to the playoffs. But, yeah, I don't know, man. That was, yeah. So I think that's kind of what we're looking at now with the Red Sox. A couple more years. My point is that Bogarts, Bogarts right now, he has an opt-out after the 2022 season. So are the Red Sox going to be competitive at that point? Will he want to stick around? Because also, he could opt out. He's on a team-friendly deal right now. He's only 27 years old. I'm thinking by that point, he's probably still going to be hitting really well. I'm just saying. I mean, that is a guy who he could get more money. I mean, so there's a lot of different ways you could go with this. A lot of Red Sox fans, they're going to say, they have already said, I've seen it, in the Reddits and stuff like that on Twitter. If the Red Sox trade Xander Bogarts, then they are done with the Red Sox. They are never going to forgive this team, blah, blah, blah. Especially after trading Mookie Betts. How could they trade Xander? To me, I don't know. I'm just I'm a move forward kind of a guy. I am constantly, thinking, all right, what is the next step? And if he gets you back a good pitching prospect, like a top pitching prospect to get excited about, and a decent package of other guys, I think that would be really good, because this Red Sox farm system is garbage. It's not good. I mean, they have some good pieces, but is it really going to be all that much? It's not really going to be all that much unless you start putting some pieces back into it. They need to replenish that farm system. Bogarts would get you back a huge package. And I'm just saying. So there's a lot of ways you can go. And Bloom today, when he said, I hope Bogarts' endeavors are part of our next championship run, that was weird to me that he said that. I hope. Why would you say I hope? Instead of just saying, no, these guys are going to be part of it. Well, because, you have to say it. You can't just say, these guys are going to be part of it. But, you can't say that, because then if you do end up trading these guys away, well, then you're going to look a little silly. So the fact that he worded it like that, just that little addition of I hope, that was interesting to me. And a lot of the media outlets were kind of saying that they took that and said, oh, there's no way they're going to trade him now. I still think they could trade him. Yeah, he said that, but he said, I hope. To me, that said, if a good offer comes along for him, or Devers, I think they trade him. I don't think they're going to trade Devers because Devers he's cost controlled until like 2023, or until after 2023. So he's just going to have his arbitration years, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I would feel fine either way because I know this team's not doing anything. I mean, sure, you could go for it next season. I mean, the Red Sox could definitely go for it again next season. You can go so many different ways here, but I think this Red Sox pitching, it's very far away. They are very, very far away. You know, even if they get Sale back next year, Erod next year. Well, last time I checked, we had Erod last year, and we didn't really do much. Sale was completely ineffective last year. So, I mean, we're not going to get Sale back till at least trade deadline or All-Star break next year, at least. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to support whatever happens, but yeah. How do you feel about the MLB blackout and being a Red Sox fan in Florida? Asking because I'm moving to Florida in a couple months. So that's cool, and I'll have to sub to watch the Mets. Yeah. How do you feel? Okay, so I mean the only time I ever have a problem is when the Red Sox are playing the Rays, but I can pull up FS1 and I can watch it there. So I won't be able to watch it on MLB TV listening to the Nesson commentators, but either way, I can still watch the game. I've never really had a problem trying to watch the Red Sox, So, and you'll have no problem watching the Mets. Oh, well, the Mets will play the Marlins more often, but you're living in Florida, so you'll have FS1, so you'll be able to watch. Edwin hit a 415-foot bomb. Ooh, I missed that. They're not showing that game right now. They're showing the Marlins and the Mets. Robbie, do you make, on average, more money on streams or videos? It depends. So, I mean, I've gotten some really nice donations from you guys so far. I've gotten a couple of fives. I've gotten a couple dollars here and there. I would say, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really making all that much money, to be honest. Like, I think I made, off of revenue so far since I got monetized. I got monetized on June 16th, and I think I've made like $150 up to that point in just revenue. That also includes any donations as well. So with revenue from ads and donations, I've made about $150. So, but that's what, 2 months now. So, yeah. But I'd probably say the donations. The donations is where the money really is going to come from. So, yeah. Sorry I was gone. I threw up earlier. Well, that's not good. I thought I was done around 2. But I came on here once again. Well, hey, welcome back. Hope you're feeling better. Alrighty, so let's get back to the power rankings. All right, I'm going to run through these because I really want to talk about some trade rumors and stuff. The trade rumors are getting juicy. Next week, I'm going to post a video, like 5 trades that I think should happen. I'm excited. I love the trade deadline. It's one of my favorites. Off-season. Love the off-season. Love the winter meetings. Love all the trades. It's like my favorite time of the year. Okay, they're warming up in San Francisco. Oh, wow. They had the cardboard cutouts in San Fran. It looked like real people for a second. Whoa. Anyway. 18, coming in at number 18. So far I have Pirates in 30. Mariners at 29. Red Sox at 28. 27 are the Angels. Giants are at 26. Tigers are at 25. Royals are at 24. Rangers are at 23. Cardinals are at 22. Orioles are at 21. Marlins are at 20. Blue Jays are at 19. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the standings pulled up. Okay. All right. So coming in front of the Blue Jays, I'd say right now, I'll go with the Mets. I'll go with the Mets at 18. The Mets, I mean, they are playing, it looks like, a little better in the last few days. They've won a couple straight, 2 straight. They're winning against the Marlins tonight. But the Mets, man, they've gotten off to just like this weird start this year. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with this team, man. Because they have a talented team. So taking a look, I mean, they had Marcus Stroman opt out. I don't know what the heck was up with that. But Jacob deGrom, he's been solid. Rick Porcello has actually been a lot better than it looks. He has a 3.22 FIP. David Peterson's been pretty good. They're just not really getting much with the starting pitching. Batting-wise, I mean, right now, their best guys are guys like Dominic Smith. Robinson Cano is hitting really well. Robinson Cano is actually doing very well. Did you guys know that Robinson Cano right now is hitting 393? He has an OPS above 1,000 through 16 games. Robinson Cano, didn't you know? Holy crap, Robinson Cano, why have I not heard about this? He's hitting really well. Brandon Nimmo, he's doing okay. Michael Conforto's doing okay. J.D. Davis is doing all right. But yeah, Pete Alonso, he's going to really have to start picking up the pace. Andres Jimenez, he is actually holding his own with the bat. He's not going to do much with the bat. I did say for the Mets next year to get to try and maybe bring in like a Jose Iglesias. Andres Jimenez has a good glove. He's not going to be as better as Iglesias, but Andres Jimenez does have a good glove, and I think they need better defense at short. And if he can just do something with the bat, his on base is really low, 290, only a 339 slugging. So that is pretty low. But whatever, if he can, I mean, he's stolen 6 bases, so that's pretty good. But like, he only has 2 RBIs. Like, he's just not really doing much. He's got a 0.85 ISO. That's horrible. He's just not really getting it done. And Jeff McNeil, he's not really doing much. He has no home runs. He's driven an 8. I mean, he's got an OPS under 700. Jeff McNeil needs to start picking up the pace. But yeah, this Mets team is just kind of all over the place. And let's check on the bullpen. How's Dellin Betances doing? Edwin Diaz has really turned it around. Since being removed from the closer role, he's actually doing really good. Right now, this bullpen is actually doing okay. Seth Lugo's pitching well. Chasen Shreve is doing really well. Dellin Betances, he's doing good. Drew Smith, this bullpen is actually pretty decent. Yeah, not a bad bullpen so far. I mean, they got some guys that have some high ERAs, but for right now, we'll keep the Mets at 18. Sorry, at 17. I'm going to put the Reds. The Reds this year have been very disappointing so far. I don't know what the heck is going on with the Reds. I don't know, man. They got some awesome starting pitching, but this Reds team, man, they are just, what are they doing? What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. I mean, Raisel Iglesias, he only has 2 saves right now. He's got a 4.05 ERA, a 1.49 FIP, which is pretty good. Lucas Sims is pitching well. Tejay Antone, he's doing pretty good. Amir Garrett, he's doing all right. 3.68 ERA. He's getting helped out by his defense, though. He has a 5.19 FIP. But the starting pitching has been fantastic for the Reds. Holy crap, this starting pitching has been so good. Sonny Gray, pitching out of his mind, could be a Cy Young candidate. Luis Castillo, ERA is a little bit high, but he has a 2.06 FIP. He's in my opinion, I mean, he is absolutely a breakout candidate. He's just not really getting helped out very much. Trevor Bauer is pitching insane. He's got a 0.93 ERA. So Trevor Bauer, I believe he's pitching today, right? I think he's pitching one of these doubleheaders. But yeah, I mean, Wade Miley's he got hit really hard. Anthony DeSclafani, he was getting hit hard a little bit. Tyler Mahle, he did pretty good in a couple starts. So I mean, this Reds team, though, really what it's going to come down to is the offense. Right now, with the offense, they are not ranked very good. So if I'm looking at the rankings, the Reds right now, I mean, they're all right. They're right in the middle. They have the 15th best offense. But when it comes to the pitching, right now they are fourth in pitching. So the Reds right now, if that offense picks it up, I mean, this team can really do some damage. But right now, with the Reds, you're not seeing like a lot. They're just, I don't know, they got Nick Castellanos is hitting well, but his averages dipped down to 267. So, I don't know. I mean, he's definitely got a good OPS. So that's good. I mean, you'd like to see him have a bit of a higher average, but he's got 8 homers, 19 RBIs. Freddie Galvis is doing all right. You got Jesse Winkler, who's doing pretty good. I mean, Jesse Winkler is actually playing amazing. He's got an OPS above 1,000. He's got an what the heck? I keep saying Winkler. Jesse Winker. He's got an OPS almost like at 12. That's insane. WRC plus of 214. Okay. Like, hello, 5 homers. I mean, what? But they're not really getting much else. Mike Moustakas, he's only hitting 238. He's got an okay OPS in the 800s. Joey Votto, he's 233 average. So, I mean, they need more production, I think. They need more. Shogo Akiyama right now, he has been a bit of a bust. His OPS is in the 600s. I picked him as a rookie of the year. I thought that was a fun pick, but he's not really doing much. Aristides Aquino, I mean, he's not really doing much. He was having a hellacious run last year, but they're just not really getting much. So Reds at 17. 16, we're almost through the top half. Let's see. Who could I put in front of the Reds? Who's going to go in front of the Reds? Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's go with the Brewers. The Brewers are doing pretty good. I mean, they're not, they're a 500 team basically, but the Brewers, I mean, this is kind of what the Brewers do. Every year, they kind of just seem to hang around, Every year. I mean, right now, so with the Cubs are right now 15-8, and the Brewers are 10-11, so about 4.5 back. But the Brewers, they're getting some decent production. Not bad. Oh, and the Yankees have just tied the game. Sack fly, so it's 2-2 in the Bronx in the bottom of the 6th. All righty. But yeah, Brewers right now, I mean, they're not really getting much from offense. Manny Pina, he's doing all right. Aviseo Garcia's doing all right, but not really much. Christian Yelich, he's really off to a slow start. 5 homers, 12 RBIs. He's only hitting 189. Christian Yelich is having a very disappointing start. He'll eventually pick it back up. Pitching, though, for the Brewers, definitely some good pitching. Brandon Woodruff, Corbin Burns, they're doing pretty good. Josh Lindblom, I mean, he's getting hit around a little bit. Adrian Hauser, he's doing pretty good. So Brandon Woodruff, though, he's having a really good year. He's 5 starts in, 3.16 ERA, about 10.5 strikeouts per 9. I mean, Corbin Burns, well, he's only got 2 starts, but he's doing pretty good in those 2 starts. I mean, Josh Lindblom through 4 starts, 17 innings. He has over 14 strikeouts per 9. So they're definitely getting some okay production from the starting pitching. But as for the bullpen, Freddie Peralta's pitching good. Freddie Peralta hasn't given up a run yet through 9 innings. David Phelps is pitching good. Josh Hader hasn't given up a run. He's got 5 saves. Brent Suter's doing good. Devin Williams is doing good. I mean, come on. I mean, this bullpen is fantastic. Eric Lauer, he only pitched a couple innings, but yeah. So really the Brewers, they just need to start hitting. And that could be a scary team if they start hitting because they have some decent pitching. They got a really good bullpen. So right now, Brewers at 16. All right, making it into the top half of the power rankings. Here we go. Let's go with I'll go with the Diamondbacks. I'll go Diamondbacks at 15. This was a team that I really liked coming into this year, and they got off to a slow start. But Arizona, as of late, they have won 6 straight games. They're playing incredible. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Man, am I gonna put I don't know. Do I put the Diamondbacks this low? I mean, they're playing really well. So they've won 6 straight games, man. I don't know. And right now they're starting to catch up on the Rockies, man. Yeah, I'll stay Diamondbacks here. I'm okay with that, and then we'll see how much they can rise. If they can keep up this this winning, then they could definitely move up higher. So Diamondbacks right now. So let's look into what's going good for the Diamondbacks. I mean, they got a good team. First off, it's just a good team. So looking at the batting, Starling Marte is having a heck of a year, so that trade's really working out. Nick Ahmed, Cole Calhoun, David Peralta, they're all being productive. I mean, Cole Calhoun's got 7 home runs, 18 RBIs. I mean, Starling Marte, 10 RBIs. Nick Ahmed, 16 RBIs. Cole Calhoun, 18 RBIs. David Peralta, 17 RBIs. I mean, Eduardo Escobar, 13. I mean, Ketel Marte, he's not really hitting much for power right now. His ISO is really low, 0.96. So he's not getting many extra base hits, but he's hitting 330. He's got an on base of 350. His slugging is a little low, 426. So Ketel Marte right now is more of it looks like a leadoff hitter, kind of a guy. He's hitting. He's just not hitting for much power, not many extra base hits. So if Ketel Marte can really start picking it up with the extra base hits, that's scary. I mean, so the offense is doing pretty good. Taking a look at the pitching, Zach Gallen for the whole year so far, he's been great. Madison Bumgarner has been awful for this whole year. So is Robbie Ray. But right now, taking a look at Madison Bumgarner's last outing, he last pitched against the Padres last week. Is he pitching tonight? He pitched on the 9th. He pitched 2 innings. Is he pitching tonight? Hold on, let's take a look. Oh, he's out. Oh, he's out right now. Oh, he's being evaluated. Okay. Oh, so he's okay. So I read somewhere that he was maybe having something going on. But yeah, Bumgarner. So what's going on? Okay, so something with his back. Okay, so he's had some back soreness. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, but I think having him not pitch right now is probably the best thing. Get some other guys in there, but that's where someone like Zach Gallen's really stepping up. And this is a guy who is a breakout potential kind of a guy. He's pitching great. He's 5 starts, 30 innings, 2.40 ERA. Merrill Kelly's pitching well. Wait, hold on. I want to look at the starting pitching. Alex Young is pitching good. Luke Weaver. But then when you start getting into these other guys, Luke Weaver, Robbie Ray, Madison Bumgarner. I think Robbie Ray just pitched the other night. How did he do? So he did pretty good in his last start against the Padres. 5 innings, no decision, but he only gave up a run. He walked 6. That's so concerning, man. He's walking so many guys. And he only got 4 strikeouts. So, I mean, if Robbie Ray can really start to kind of pick up the pace a little bit, kind of keep that going, try and keep these walks down, man. You're killing yourself. You're killing your team. But yeah, Diamondbacks, I mean, they are winning as of late. It looks like the pitching is doing better. It looks like Madison Bumgarner taking a step back, stepping away, letting these other guys pitch because he's obviously hurting the team. Robbie Ray, he really needs to figure something out to, stay consistent. So Diamondbacks smack dab in the middle at 15. At number 14, let's go with I'll go Rockies at 14. Rockies have really kind of taken a step back lately. They're 3-7 in the last 10 games. But the Rockies, I mean, I think there is potential there. There is potential there for this Rockies team to do good. Taking a look at how the Rockies are looking. Alrighty. Yeah, Herman Marquez. I mean, he's off to a good start this year. Antonio Senzatella, he's doing pretty good. Bard's been great out of the bullpen. Kyle Freeland, he's doing good. So they're getting the pitching, and the offense is good. It just looks like, I don't know what's going on lately with this team, but I mean, if I were to go to kind of take a look at some of their recent games, taking a look. Okay, so they lost to Houston the last two games. I mean, they lost 2-1, so the pitching is doing pretty good. They won 10-6 against the Rangers. They dropped a couple before that to the Rangers. So, I mean, it looks like they're not giving up a lot of runs. So it looks like that offense is kind of just a little inconsistent lately, but the pitching is still doing pretty good. So I think that's a good spot for the Rockies at 14. I'm okay with that. Now, moving into 13. I'm going to go Padres. Padres at 13. Right now, I think the Padres are just looking a little better than the Rockies. Rockies are 13-10. Padres are 13-12. But right now, I just like the way the Padres kind of look. Fernando Tatis Jr., I'm sorry. I thought that whole thing was ridiculous. Why that was even being talked about, the whole disrespect thing with swinging on a 3-0 count. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what you think. But me personally, you're playing a game. I don't know. I understand there's like respect things in order, but when you're playing the game, you play to win the game, right? As what's his face used to say with the Jets. Who was it? That was the head coach of the Jets. Crap, I'm forgetting his name. What was it? Who was that? Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. You play to win the game. Herman Edwards, that was it. I was about to say Carl Edwards. I'm like, wait, no, that's a NASCAR driver. Yeah, Herman Edwards. You play to win the game. You're not hurting anyone out there. You're not, saying, profanity to people out there. You're not punching anyone in the face. You're not doing anything like that. You're hitting a home run. Fernando Tatis Jr., man. One of the young players in the game. Dude, okay, you swung on a 3-0 pitch. Oh my gosh. Like, go cry about it. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you're soft. Like, you're soft, man. Like, no. No. Like, I can understand why you think it's a little disrespectful. I get it. But you're playing to win. I don't know. Pitch better. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I don't know. I mean, I played baseball. Like, I mean, I understand. Like, I do get those little unwritten rule kind of things. But like pictures are very fragile. I'll say that first off, because you got to think with the pictures. They're in their own little world on the mound, right? They're the center of attention, and then they're giving up a grand slam. That's not a good feeling. It's not. It's almost. It's like pretty demoralizing, honestly. I've given up a couple. I've had my fair share of bad starts, but for me personally, when I was playing in high school, when I had a couple of bad starts, I remember I had one bad start. I pitched 2 innings. I gave up like 6 runs. It was awful. Like everything I threw, they were just hitting, and I couldn't figure them out. And I guess I couldn't throw strikes. And anytime I threw a strike, they just hit it. It was awful. But to me, instead of sitting there and crying about it, I immediately, when I got home that night, I had a little setup in my backyard, or not backyard, but the side of my house. And I went right out there. It was dark out. I turned on a light out there, and I threw some more pitches, and I tried to work on it. And came out the next start. Actually, no, I didn't start the next game. I was coming out of the bullpen, which was probably good. I was better out of the bullpen. I was much better out of the bullpen because personally, it gave me less time to think. So it was more just like, all right, I got to get ready. Like, all right, here's my name, So when I had a start coming up, I thought about it a lot, And when I overthink, it tends to kind of bite me a little bit. So either way, though, when I failed, instead of just sitting there and whining about it, I just worked on it, Which I think a lot of players obviously do, and that pitcher was probably thinking the same thing. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. You're playing a game. instead of, I don't know, to me, instead of crying about it, just go do better. Simple as that. Anyway, as for the Padres, they're playing some good baseball. Fernando Tatis Jr., he's playing out of his mind. He's looking like an MVP candidate. He's looking like a superstar. I mean, come on. He is playing out of his mind. Let's take a look. I mean, he's playing incredible. 11 home runs, 28 RBIs. I mean, 310 average. OPS, 1,100, almost 1,100. I mean, come on. What else is there to say? But it's not just him. Trent Grisham, he's hitting well. Will Myers is hitting well. Will Myers is finally having a good season. Like, finally. Jake Cronenworth, he's hitting well. Manny Machado, he's hitting for a little power. There's, no average, but he's doing all right. Eric Hosmer, his average has dipped down a little bit since coming back from the injury, but he had 4 homers and 13 RBI, so the offense is doing good. As for the pitching, this is where I think the Padres, they're really going to have guys step up. You got Zach Davies. You got Dinelson Lamet. I mean, but Chris Paddock right now, he's off to a tough start. He's their ace. He's not pitching well. I mean, Adrian Morejon, he pitched a few innings out of the bullpen. Or no, he got a start. So he was one of their higher prospects. He didn't give up a run. Cal Quantrill, he's actually doing pretty good, but he only pitched one game. It looked like he opened the game. 3 2/3. Garrett Richards is doing pretty good. So this starting pitching, but the problem with this Padres team has been the bullpen. I mean, right now their best guy is Drew Pomeranz. He hasn't given up a run yet through 9 innings. But other than that, what is going on? Emilio Pagan, he's having a tough start. Kirby Yates, he's having a really tough start. So, this bullpen really has to step it up. I mean, there's high ERAs all over this bullpen besides Drew Pomeranz. So I think the Padres, they need to trade for someone. I think the Padres got to try and make a trade for someone. Brandon Workman on the Red Sox. Why not? Go for him, Trevor Rosenthal on the Royals. Go for him. You got to get a bullpen arm. You can't just have, Kirby Yates. And that sucks, man, because I had Kirby Yates as the best closer. I had him in the number 1 spot, and he's just been awful. He's not doing anything. Emilio Pagan, he was great with the Rays. What's going on with the Padres? I don't know. It's crazy how these guys can just go to different places, and they just don't have the same kind of results. But anyway, I digress. We're going to have Padres at 13. I'll do a couple more, and then I'll come back to the chat. Let's see. Okay, so at number 12, let's do, I'm going to do the Braves. I'm going to do the Braves at 12. I think that's a good spot. Braves right now, there's just no starting pitching. There's no starting pitching with this Braves team. There's none. What's going on with this Braves team? Everyone just disappeared. It sucks for Mike Soroka. That was just a bummer. But Max Fried has been sensational. But other than that, Sean Newcomb, he was miserable. I think he's gone now. Kyle Wright's not doing anything. Touki Toussaint, I thought that said croissant for a second. Touki Croissant, he was awful. I mean, there's just no starting pitching. Fulte's gone. There's no starting pitching here. The Braves, they got to go out and make a trade, man. Because this is a team that has a decent offense. I mean, hitting-wise right now, you got Dansby Swanson. He's having a great start to the year. Freddie Freeman's been good. Ronald Acuna Jr. has been good. Travis d'Arnaud's been good. They got great pieces in the lineup all over. Taking a look at the bullpen. Even the bullpen's been fine. Right now, Mark Melancon, he's having a good start. Josh Tomlin's pitching well. A.J. Minter's pitching well. Shane Green is pitching extremely well. Darren O'Day. This bullpen's great, but it's the starting pitching. They don't got starting pitching, so Braves at 12. Moving on to 11. All right, now we're really starting to get into some of these teams. I'm going to go White Sox. White Sox at 11. So, White Sox, they've won 3 in a row. Let's go pull up these stats. Let's see. White Sox. Okay. All right, so let's start with the starting pitching. Right now, Dallas Keuchel is giving you exactly what Dallas Keuchel looks like, an ERA in the threes, a FIP in the threes. He's been productive. Lucas Giolito, ERA is a little high, 4.88, 4.08 FIP, but, he's striking out over 10 per game. Dylan Cease, his ERA looks good, but his FIP is a 6.14. That's a little alarming a little bit to me, but he's 4-1. So he's getting it done. So the defense is helping him out on those days. Gio Gonzalez, looks exactly what Gio Gonzalez should look like, ERA in the fours. But I think the starting pitching, could the White Sox go make a trade for a starting pitcher? Could they go get someone like a Mike Minor or, I don't know, who else? I don't think Johnny Cueto. But could they go out and get someone like that, like a Danny Duffy, right? Someone that can really help them starting pitching-wise. Look for the White Sox to trade for a starting pitcher. I could see something like that. But as for the lineup, there's a lot of good pieces in this lineup. Yohan Moncada, he's been sensational so far. He's leading the team in wins above replacement. Luis Robert, he's probably going to win the Rookie of the Year. He's one of the better players in the game right now. He's a rookie. He's hitting .276, OPS in the 800s, 5 homers, 13 RBIs. He's doing great. Tim Anderson's hitting. Defense is still terrible, but whatever. I digress. James McCann, he's hitting. Yasmani Grandal, you'd like to see him kind of start picking it up a little bit with the bat. He's not really providing much. Eloy Jimenez, he's actually hitting for some power. 7 homers, 17 RBIs. A little low with the on base, but he's providing. So the White Sox right now, I think if they got another starting pitcher, the one thing with the White Sox last year was the fielding. And right now, they're actually getting some decent fielding. Yohan Moncada is actually doing okay. Luis Robert's really providing a lot of defense. Luis Robert this year has saved 5 runs defensively, so that's pretty good. UZR in the 2s. Yohan Moncada's defense has been better. Grandal, he's been doing what Yasmani Grandal does. I cannot talk. What am I saying? Give good defense. So White Sox at 11. I think that's a good spot. All right, here we go. Back to the chat. I'm gonna start with the top 10 here in a little bit. All righty. Okay. Jackson, guys, I might have COVID. Stay 6 feet away from your laptop. Jackson, do you think you actually have it, or do you think you just have like a flu or something? Yes, what Sean said. Please wear a mask during my stream. Thank you. There we go. Red Sox mask. I'm wearing my Phillies jersey, hat, and most importantly, my Phillies mask. Oh, we're decked out. I can't wait till these masks are done, guys. I'm going to be honest. I can't wait. Can we just stop the masks? Please. Just please. I can't do it anymore. Here we go. Miley brought over the Pine Tar Astro. I cannot talk. Miley brought over the Pine Tar Astros mixture to the Reds. The whole squad gained a bunch of RPM on their fastballs. That's not surprising. Who was the guy on the Astros that was using Pine Tar? It's weird because the Pine Tar, it's really not like people are looking at it now. It's like not even that big of a deal, I remember when I still remember when Kenny Rogers in the World Series had it on his hand or on his hat or whatever or something. I remember what's his face, Michael Pineda on the Yankees. He got caught with it. That was like a big deal. Now it's like, well, what the Astros did is just beyond cheating. So now a little Pine Tar, it's like whatever. Do you think a Bogarts for Tatis Jr. trade work? Absolutely not. The Padres would not do that. They're never going to give away Tatis Jr. Addie's Math Operation Workshop. What is up, man? Remember me from a game video live? Yes, I remember you from another live stream. Welcome back. I think Bogarts might get traded. The Red Sox get a bunch of prospects in a starting pitcher. I really think that's the thing with Bogarts. Like, I wouldn't be upset, and I'd be okay with it if they did it. But if he stayed, I wouldn't be upset with that either. Let's see. Agreed. Takes their pen down from elite to just very good. What team we were talking about there? I don't remember. Which next prospect do we all think will make their major league debut? I know Will Harris was using it during the World Series. Yes. Sports kids, I would say, honestly, I'm waiting for like someone on the Red Sox to come up. Maybe Bobby Dahlbeck. I'm really wondering about that. I don't know. I wonder who. Let's take a look at the top prospects. Top prospects. MLB top prospects. Who is someone else that could come up next? I'm wondering if Mackenzie Gore. Maybe. I wonder if Mackenzie Gore. That could be someone. Maybe Jared Kelenic. Still waiting on Joey Bart. I don't know. Maybe Forrest Whitley. Well, no, he already made. Well, did he already? No, I don't think he's made his debut. Wonder if the Marlins will go with Sixto Sanchez at some point. Yeah. So Alex Boehm, he's already playing. Yeah, I'd say those guys, honestly. All right. Back to the chat, and then we'll get back to the power rankings. Yes, Jacob, I remember you. Welcome back. We were talking about Yates getting elbow surgery. He's out for the... Oh, my God, he got elbow surgery. That's right. I freaking saw that. Oh, what is wrong with me, man? My brain right now is, like, fried. I could see Kelenic get a look soon. Yep, Lee G. I think he definitely could get a look. That's a good one. Yusniel Diaz. That'd be cool. All right. Okay, let's get back to the power rankings. All right, we are entering the top 10. Here we go. Top 10. All right, just making sure I haven't missed any teams. Nope, I think. All right, so I'm going to go Astros at number 10. Astros are hot lately. Astros are playing great baseball lately. They've won 6 straight. They've won 7 out of their last 10. They're playing good baseball. Right now, I was a little worried about the Astros there for a little bit. But the Astros, yeah, they were not looking all that great. But they have really turned around their fortunes. Hold on. Okay, so with the Astros, I mean, you got guys producing all over the place. Yuli Gurriel, he's hitting well. Carlos Correa, he's hitting well. Bregman started to pick up the pace a little bit. Maldonado, Brantley, Springer, he's getting on base. He's just not hitting very much. I don't know what the heck is going on with Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve has just been miserable. I mean, he has been hurting that team. I'm wondering if there's like an injury or something going on with him. I don't know. But lately, this pitching has been really good. Zach Greinke has been fantastic. Framber Valdez has been really good. Lance McCullers has been so far this year. Presley has actually been, his ERA is a little high, but his FIP is a 2.24. So, we just got a double play. Oh, the Astros. Speaking of the Astros just turned a really nice double play. But the Rockies got a 1-0 lead on the Astros. So, but yeah, Christian Javier. Oh, I missed that. They just said that Carlos Correa play could be one of the best of the year. It sounded exciting, and I missed it because I was looking at this. Christian Javier, he's come up. He's been okay. But right now, the one thing I'm noticing with this starting pitching is they're not striking out a lot of guys. Greinke has around 7.5 Ks per 9. Framber Valdez, about 8.3. Lance McCullers, 7.8. Christian Javier, 8.7. There's not many strikeout guys, so they're really missing Verlander, and they're really missing Garrett Cole. But they are doing enough. So bullpen, I mean, they did lose Robert Osuna, so that was tough. Ryan Presley, like I said, his ERA is a little high. FIP is pretty good, though, 2.24. Enoli Paredes, he's doing all right. Blake Taylor, he's doing pretty good. So they're getting production from, multiple aspects of the team. Just imagine when Jose Altuve, if he can really start picking it up, man, that offense is going to look even better. If Zach Greinke can just stay the way he's pitching, I mean, I think that starting pitching, they have a chance to be able to, make it to the postseason. So let's take a look. Number nine. Number 9. I'm going to go with the Indians at number 9. Right now, so the story with the Indians lately, it's Mike Clevinger and Plesac. They both were out the other night, and they came back in like early morning or something like that, and they weren't really being very honest about it, and then the team found out. Team got really mad about it. And now those two are back at the other – they designated them to the other camp because of it. So now there is all of this talk about Mike Clevinger and Plesac maybe being traded because now I think Oliver Perez on the team said if they come back, if they come back to the team, then he said he's opting out for the season. And so I think the players were just mainly upset with them. And you know what? And I think a lot of this COVID stuff, me personally, I think a lot of it's overblown. I think a lot of it, I mean, let's be real, guys. There's an election coming up. It's a bit political. It really is. I'm sorry, that's just, I think a lot of it's getting overblown. That's just my personal opinion. Stats show that it's really not as bad as some people might think. Yes, there is something out there. There is. But, I don't know. I think a lot of it, I think a lot of it's part of an agenda a little. But I also do know that there is something floating around out there. I do know that. I mean, I'm not stupid. But at the same time, I think a lot of it is a little overblown. But I understand where these players are coming from. First off, they weren't being honest about it. You got to be open with your teammates, right? You're like a family in there. But also at the same time, like I said, there is something floating out there. These guys don't want anything coming back with them, but also it's like you don't want to test positive for it because then you're not going to be able to play. So that's, you're hurting your team in that way. So, but right now, man, it's gotten to the point where you're going to think about trading Mike Clevinger. Are you kidding? Plesac's doing really good this year. I mean, come on. What? I mean, let's go take a look. I mean, Plesac's having a great start to the year. But also another thing, a lot of players were upset too because you got Carlos Carrasco on the team. He's a guy that's, he was dealing with cancer. So, I mean, you got to, I understand why they were upset. But it's just like crazy. Plesac, he's having a great start. 3 starts, 1.29 ERA, 2.38 whip, or not whip, FIP. I mean, Carlos Carrasco's gotten off to a good start. I mean, Mike Clevinger, he was doing pretty good. FIP was a little high, though, with Mike Clevinger. 6.26 compared to a 3.24 ERA. This whole pitching staff has been good. Savali's been good. Carrasco's been good. Plutko's been fine. Bieber's been fantastic. Bieber right now is probably leading for Cy Young. I mean, but man, you're going to trade Mike Clevinger or Zach Plesac? Come on. I don't know about that. That's a little, I don't know. I was seeing a lot of trades out there. Like, man, that's what I love about trade rumors, man. All of these people start coming up with all these different trades. I was seeing trades to the Yankees with like Miguel Andujar involved and all these top prospects like Schmidt and stuff on the Yankees. And I even saw like a trade to the Red Sox that what? I mean, goodness, oh, that's hit deep. Maldonado with a game-tying home run. And the Rockies and the Astros are tied. So I'm going to go on to one of my favorite websites that I don't feel like I ever stop talking about. So we're going to go to, let's take a look at some trades that people are suggesting with Mike Clevinger or Steve Plesac. So I keep saying Steve Plesac, Zach Plesac. So let me go to, I actually suggested a trade. What do you guys think of this? I got an upvote on it. I got 4 downvotes and I got 2 upvotes. So I suggested a trade for the Red Sox. Mike Clevinger to the Red Sox for Michael Chavis, JD Martinez, and Jarren Duran. I don't know. I thought it was all right. I mean, it's pretty even. Oh! That's hit deep! Oh! Warning track. Man. That was almost back-to-back home runs. Wow. Who was that? Was that George Springer? No, who was that? Wow. Anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of different trades out there like people are suggesting on this website. I'm telling you guys, go to this website, baseballtradevalues.com. It's fun. But let's take a look. We got someone suggested a 3-way trade between the Braves, the Indians, and the Reds. Braves getting Clevinger. Could you imagine Mike Clevinger going to the Braves? Wow. Could you imagine the rotation they would have next year? Oh my God. Mike Soroka, Max Fried, and Mike Clevinger. That's nasty. Are you kidding? I mean, there's another trade here. Let's see. Oh, someone actually suggested a trade with the Red Sox and the Braves for Bogarts. But where would I guess Bogarts would play third. I guess. Because where else is he gonna play? But like I said, Bogarts doesn't want to play third. So, Ian Anderson, Ender Inciarte, Austin Riley, to the Red Sox for Bogarts, Bradley, and Workman. Interesting. But here's another Mike Clevinger trade. Mike Clevinger to the Astros for Corey Lee, Dory Lorenzo, and Forrest Whitley. That's not bad. That's not a bad trade. Man, that's not a bad trade. That's actually good, man. It depends on what the Astros. Forrest Whitley had a really bad year last year. Do the Indians want to take a chance on him? I don't know, man. Mike Clevinger on the Astros, man. Dude, the irony of that. When Mike Clevinger just said so much smack about the Astros, with the whole cheating scandal, and he goes to the Astros. Oh, that would be awful. What a punishment that would be for Mike Clevinger, man, getting traded to the Astros. There was another trade here. Mike Clevinger for Kyle Tucker straight up. Man, Mike Clevinger wouldn't look too bad in that Astros uni, I'll say that. Here's another. Oh, here's the one I put. There was a couple other ones. I'll do a couple more and then I'll come back. Here's another Mike Clevinger trade. Mike Clevinger to the Red Sox for Andrew Benintendi, Michael Chavis, and Heath Hembry. So that's interesting. Wow. Man, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about Clevinger on the Red Sox because he's going to be a free agent in a couple years. And I don't know. I don't know how. It depends on how, if the Red Sox are going to compete next year, you'd have a rotation of Chris Sale, Mike Clevinger, and Erod. It's not bad. Nathan Eovaldi at the 4. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. That's pretty good. Yeah, there's a couple others, but yeah, I don't know. There's another one with Zach Plesac, Red Sox, Indians again. It's like that. That's the easy one because the Red Sox need pitching. So the Red Sox here, I don't know about this. Alex Verdugo to the Indians with Brandon Workman. I don't know about that. With Red Sox getting Espino, Plesac, and George Valera. So I don't think the Red Sox are going to trade Verdugo. I don't know about that. There's another one with Zach Plesac. What a trade this would be. Holy cow. Listen to this. Francisco Lindor and Zach Plesac for Griffin Canning, Brandon Marsh, and Andrelton Simmons. What a trade that would be. Wow. What a trade that would be. What a blockbuster trade that would be. Wow. Lindor. And that would actually be really good for the Angels, man. You get a Simmons is the best defensive shortstop in the league, but Lindor, man, dude, that lineup, Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon, and Francisco Lindor. Are you kidding? Dude, I don't know, man. If I'm the Indians, dude, that's not bad. You're getting Griffin Canning, a young starting pitcher. You're getting Brandon Marsh, the second best prospect in the Angels system. I mean, you're getting a decent shortstop. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I don't know though. That's an interesting trade. Could you imagine that? But yeah. Anyway, so Indians right now, that's the interesting thing going on. I think it's all going to die down eventually. I think tensions are just a little high right now with the Indians. Because really, come on, you're really going to trade? You're really going to trade Mike Clevinger right now? I mean, like, why? It's just not. I don't think that's good business. But it depends. I don't know. Maybe behind the scenes. Now we know about that, but maybe there's other stuff going on behind the scenes where he's just not really being a good employee. I don't know. But yeah, so that's going to be very interesting to keep an eye on. But for the Indians right now, they're getting great pitching. They're getting enough from the offense. Jose Ramirez is having a great year. Cesar Hernandez, Carlos Santana, Franmil Reyes, Lindor. Of course, Lindor. Lindor is actually off to a bit of a slow start. Only hitting .239, 307 on base. Lindor is not really doing too much. Lindor is he's playing good defense, so that's not bad. So Lindor, if he can get it going, I mean, that's not going to be bad. So yeah, I got the Indians at number 9. I'm going to move through this. I kind of talked about the Indians a little long there. Coming in at number 8. This is where it starts to get a little hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man. This is tough, man. I'm going to put the Rays. Rays at 8. The Rays are playing great baseball lately. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They have gotten so hot. They were off to a really tough start there in the first, 10, 15 games. But they have just really turned it around in the last 10. They're pitching great. They're hitting great. I mean, the Rays, they demolished the Red Sox in Tampa. Right now, the Rays are playing some great baseball. So taking a look, I mean, Brandon Lowe, he's having a fantastic season so far. He's up there right now with guys, with the highest wins above replacement. 8 home runs, 23 RBIs, 337 average, 409 on base, 759 slugging, WRC plus of 214. I mean, he's doing great. I mean, man, he's even got a 1.2 runs from base running. So he's running the base as well. He's fielding well. Brandon Lowe, man, he's having a really good year. Austin Meadows, he's starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Let's see. Where is... That's one, another thing here. They're still not showing. They're like some guys are not popping up on here. Hunter Renfroe. Where's Hunter Renfroe? Hunter Renfroe was having a couple games there against the Red Sox where he was driving in some runs. Hunter Renfroe right now, I mean, he's only hitting 194, but he's got 4 homers. He's got 15 RBIs. He's doing all right. He's got an OPS of 733. Hunter Renfroe, though, it's just what he does well is he gets extra base hits, and the hits that he does get, they just seem to come at the right time. I mean, Manuel Margot's playing some good defense out there. Kevin Kiermaier's playing some great defense. So they're just getting really good production from their offense, just all around. Like, not crazy, but like just a good all-around effort. Right now, with the pitching has been a lot better as of late. Tyler Glasnow, he's still he got off to a bit of a tough start. ERA, 7.04. He's pitching pretty good tonight. Let's take a look at how he was pitching tonight. I mean, he did pretty well against the Yankees tonight. Only gave up 2 runs. I've got to take a look at the box score. As of right now, waiting for this to load, the Rangers got a 1-0 lead against the Padres. So right now, looking Glasnow, he pitched 5 2/3, struck out 8, gave up 2 runs. So that was a good step in the right direction for Tyler Glasnow, who's gone off to a bit of a tough start. Blake Snell, he's doing pretty good this year, 3.00 ERA. FIP is 4.48. Charlie Morton, he was having a rough start. Is he still out? What's even going on with him? Okay, so good news for Charlie Morton. He had an intense bullpen session yesterday. So Charlie Morton, he's looking like he's going to be okay. But Ryan Yarbrough, I mean, he's pitching effectively, 4.13 ERA. Yeah, they're just getting enough from guys. So the Rays, they're just getting contributions all over the place. So right now, I got the Rays at number 8. Coming in at number 7, this is where it starts to really tighten up here, man. These top teams right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, this is tough. I'd say number 7 right now. We're going to look at how people are playing in the last 10. We're going to look. So I already got the Indians at 9. I got the Rays at 8. I'm going to go Cubs at 7. Cubs at 7. So, yeah, Cubs at 7 right now. It's interesting with the Cubs. They're off to a good start. They're playing really well. Let me take a look at how they're doing recently. Okay. So like I said, they dropped a game earlier to the Cardinals. They dropped a game the other day. They lost 3 of 4 to the Brewers, so that kind of hurt. So before that, though, they were playing really well. They had that really bad loss to the Royals. They lost 13-2 one game a couple Thursdays ago, but they bounced back nicely against the Indians. 1-2 there, and then they won 1 against the Brewers, and then they lost the next 3, and then they lost the first game of the doubleheader to the Cardinals. So it looks like they're trying to just get their footing back after a tough series with the Brewers. But right now, this Cubs team, man, they got deep starting pitching. Lester, Darvish, Chatwood, Hendricks is doing good. I mean, you're getting good offense. I mean, let's go to the Cubs right now. Going to the Cubs. We're taking a look at the offense. Ian Happy's playing great baseball this year. 313 average, OPS above 1,000. Anthony Rizzo, he's hitting really well. Jason Kipnis is hitting well. Jason Hayward. You'd like to see Javier Baez he's got a 202 average, a 253 on base. He strikes out a ton. You'd like to see him pick it up a little bit. It looks like David Boat, he has kind of slowed down a little bit. He was off to a hot start. Schwarber is So I really think where's Chris Bryant? Chris Bryant right now, he's only got a couple homers, 4 RBIs. He's only hitting 177 on the year. Chris Bryant's off to an awful start. What's going on with Chris Bryant? Is there an injury or something I didn't hear about? I feel like I'm missing a lot of these injuries lately. So he was having something wrong with his wrist. Okay. So it looks like it says here, Cubs Chris Bryant out until at least Friday after an injection in his wrist. So looks like because I'm thinking he's not this bad. So Chris Bryant, once he comes back, that's going to be a boost. Wonder if the Cubs would maybe want to trade for a bat. Man, I don't know. Would the Cubs be interested in a JD Martinez trade? I don't know. They just got Nick Castellanos last year. Would the Cubs want to go for another Nick Castellanos kind of guy in JD Martinez? So, I don't know. I mean, but Craig Kimbrell today getting the save, that was kind of nice to see, man, with Craig Kimbrell. This guy was lights out for the Red Sox, during his good years. But right now, the Cubs are getting good production. Jeremy Jeffress, Rowan Wick, Ryan Tepera, they're pitching great out of that bullpen. And hopefully they can hold down the 4 until Craig Kimbrell can really get himself right. But seeing that today from Kimbrel was really nice. But overall, I think the Cubs just need a little more offense. I think they could use another bullpen arm. Man, dude, JD Martinez and Brandon Workman. Do it. I don't know. Just do it. Why not? I don't know what kind of prospects they would want to give, but that would help. But what do I know? Moving on to number 6. All right, so I'm telling you guys, this is getting tight. I feel like I missed some teams here. Did I miss some teams? I feel like I'm missing a team. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on. I feel like I'm missing a team. Did I miss something? Hold on. What team am I missing here? I think I missed a couple of teams on this list. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, guys. Oh, I never put the Nationals anywhere. Oh, man. Where am I going to put I completely missed the Nationals. Darn, man. Okay. So the Nationals right now. Wow. I completely missed the Nationals. So the Nationals. We're going to put them. I mean, they're 9-12 right now. I don't know about the Nationals, man. They're just such a disappointing team. You'd like to see them just start winning, man. And they had the rain out tonight, so we were going to be watching them. But I'd say I'll stick the Nationals. Where am I going to stick the Nationals? This is a hard spot. I'll put the Nationals in front of the Blue Jays. So I'll put the Nationals at 18. So now that means the Mets are 17. The Reds are 16. Brewers are 15. Diamondbacks are 14. Rockies are 13. Padres are 12. Braves are 11. White Sox are 10. Astros are 9. Indians are 8. Cubs are 7. No, Rays are 7. Cubs are 6. I'm still missing a team. Who am I missing? Oh, boy. I don't know. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh, boy. I'm missing a team. Did I put the Rangers? The Phillies. I didn't put the Phillies anywhere. All right, where are the Phillies going? Real quick. I am so sorry, guys. I should probably type these out prior. Might be a little better, don't you think? Phillies. Let's see. I don't know. Phillies are weird, man. I'm going to put the Phillies right there in front of the Nationals. So I'll make the Phillies at 17. No. I'm going to put them in front of the Mets. So we'll have the Phillies at 16. So that means the Reds are going to be 15. Brewers are going to be 14. Diamondbacks are going to be 13. Rockies are going to be 12. Padres are going to be 11. Braves are going to be 10. White Sox are going to be 9. Astros are going to be 8. Indians are going to be 7. Rays are going to be 6. Cubs are going to be 5. Okay, so there's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, no, that doesn't make sense now. Guys, my list is completely screwed up. I don't know what happened. What happened? Oh, okay, I think I got it. 4, well, okay, so who is next? I think I missed another team. Oh, guys, I am messy with this tonight. I don't know what team I missed. I put the Marlins. I got the Marlins? Yeah, I got the Marlins. Well, hold on. So, oh, okay, I see what I did. I mistyped the numbers. Okay, now we're back on track. Okay. I think we're back on track. Are we back on track now? I don't know. Nope, I'm still missing a team. Who am I missing? I don't know. Oh, I think I missed one more team. All right, whatever. You know what? I'm just going to go. Here we go. Whatever team I missed, I don't know what team I missed. I'm missing a team. So on. No, I'm missing. I can't figure it out. Anyway, you know what? Whatever. We're just going to go into the top four. Top four. A's. I got the A's at number 4. They're playing good baseball. Rays are playing some great baseball right now. Let's go to their stats. Okay. So the A's are getting really good production from a lot of places. So Robbie Grossman, he's hitting very well. Ramon Laureano, he's hitting very well. Mark Canha, he's hitting well. Chapman, Olsen. I mean, they're getting production all over the place. So you'd like to see Matt Olsen get that average up a little bit. Matt Chapman, you'd like to see that average get up a little bit. I don't know what's going on with those two guys. They had good seasons last year. Marcus Semien, he's actually fielding very well. But Marcus Semien right now, I mean, 223. I mean, on the year, 273 on base. Only a few homers. So Marcus Semien, he's really cooled off this year. But that starting pitching, besides Frankie Montez the other day, Frankie Montez destroyed my fantasy team. He had like an awful start. I think he pitched like 1 inning and gave up like 9 runs. What the heck, Frankie Montez? Come on, man. But overall for the year, he's got a 4.74 ERA. But that was because of that start. Before that, he was great. But this starting rotation, for the most part, has been really good. Chris Bassett. Actually, no, that's actually not been very good. Well, Frankie Montez was doing really good until he gave up 9 runs. So really, Chris Bassett and Frankie Montez have been the guys in that rotation. But Sean Manaea, he needs to step it up a little bit. His FIP is fine compared to his ERA. So I think he's doing okay. But Jesus Luzardo, he's been a little disappointing. ERA in the 5s, FIP in the 5s. Daniel Mengden, Mike Fiers, I mean, Fiers is 25 innings so far. He's not giving you anything. So starting pitching, it looks like the A's may need to, go out and get a starting pitcher maybe. I think that would be good. I don't know. I'm not sure who they could go get, but I think they need another starting pitcher. But the bullpen though, the bullpen is doing good. Liam Hendricks, he has not skipped a beat. He is pitching incredible. He's got 7 saves so far. Joakim Soria, he's been great setting up. So A's right now, I got him at number 4. Number 3, I got the Twins. Got the Twins at number 3. Twins, they're playing great baseball lately. They've won 3 straight, 6-4 in their last 10, 16-8 on the year. Also, the A's are 16-8 on the year. The Twins and A's, man, they're like very similar teams. Like they got their own strengths, but they kind of like even out. So the Twins right now, man, watch out for the Twins. They got deep starting pitching. Kenta Maeda, he almost had a no-hitter last night. I think he was. Did he make it to the 9th or did he make it to the 8th? I can't remember. But Kenta Maeda has been great for them. He came back in the Brusdar Graterol trade, but he has been phenomenal for them. He's 3-0, 31 innings, 2.27 ERA, 2.45 FIP. Tyler Duffy's pitching well. Randy Dobnak is pitching well. I mean, they got guys that are just pitching great. So let me go point at their starters. Jose Barrios, though, he's off to a tough start. Rich Hill, I mean, he's only thrown 1 game so far. Homer Bailey's only thrown 1 game so far. I don't know. So it looks like they're still looking for some guys to really come in and get some starts. So Tyler Duffy, Taylor Rogers, they're pitching decent out of the bullpen. Or Tyler Duffy's pitching great out of the bullpen. Taylor Rogers, 4.82 ERA, 2.29 FIP. So FIP is better than the ERA. Tyler Clippard, he's pitching well. Romo's pitching well, so good bullpen. So it looks like that Twins starting pitching, it just looks like they need to start getting some guys pitching a little more consistently. So, but right now the offense is looking great. Nelson Cruz, he's hitting for a lot of RBIs. Kepler, Buxton, Polanco, Rosario, I mean, they're hitting great. So, Twins at number 3. Number 2, Yankees. Number 2 I got the Yankees, 16-7 on the year. Right now they are. Let's see how they're doing against the Rays right now. Rays have a 4-2 lead. They just took the lead in the 8th inning. So, but Yankees right now, they definitely did some damage against the Red Sox. The Yankees did what they should have done against that Red Sox team. Just bad pitching. They took advantage. They have a good offense. They should be pounding that Red Sox team. Aaron Judge, he's out right now with a calf problem. But DJ LeMahieu, actually, how is DJ LeMahieu doing? So he's at the thumb. He's a thumb injury. So he's out right now. Voit is stepping up a little bit. He just hit a home run tonight. Urshela, he's hitting well. I mean, they're getting guys. Clint Frazier lately, he's been hitting great. Hitting 409. So he's only played 6 games so far, but he's got 2 homers, 8 RBIs, 409 average, 1200 OPS. 1260 OPS or 1270 OPS. He's been hitting great. Stanton's out with the injury. Talkman, he's hitting pretty good. Gary Sanchez, he's still trying to find his way. But the starting pitching lately, Garrett Cole, he's doing his thing. Garrett Cole's 4-0. I don't think Garrett Cole's ever going to lose a game. When will Garrett Cole lose a game again? I think Garrett Cole is 19-0. And I don't think he's lost a game since last May. He's incredible. But yeah, right now, there's not really much behind Garrett Cole. You got Jordan Montgomery, who's doing okay. Tanaka's doing okay. Paxton's been pretty bad. Happ has been bad. Wow. The Yankees might have to go out and get a starting pitcher, guys, because this Yankees team, I don't know. But this bullpen, though, they do got the bullpen. The bullpen has been fantastic. Green, Britton, Ottavino, all have ERAs either right near at a 1 or under a 1. Chad Green is leading in ERA, is the most innings pitched out of the bullpen. They're getting great production from this bullpen, and they got Chapman coming back, so that bullpen's looking good. Yankees at number 2, and at number 1, we got the Dodgers. The Dodgers are playing fantastic. They're playing great baseball. This Dodgers team, man, they're playing great. What is there to say? They got guys hitting all over the place. Mookie Betts is coming alive. Mookie Betts, could he be a possible MVP? Look how good they're playing, So let's go to their stats real quick. Mookie Betts right now. Mookie Betts, he's hitting incredible. Right now, he's one of the leaders in wins above replacement in the league. He's leading the team. He's hitting extremely well. 9 home runs, 21 RBIs. Corey Seager's hitting well. They're getting guys all over the place stepping up. Even Edwin Rios is stepping up. A.J. Pollock is hitting well. Justin Turner, he's starting to heat up a little bit. They're getting production all over the place. Starting pitching has been good. They're getting a great run from Tony Gonsolin lately. He hasn't given up a run. Julio Urias has been great. Dustin May's pitching great. You'd like to see Dustin May go a little deeper into some games. But, man, this Dodgers pitching is no joke. Walker Buehler, you'd like to see him pitch some more innings. He's struggling a little bit, but they're getting these young guys step up. Kershaw is actually doing okay. And this bullpen has been great. This bullpen's the best in baseball. So, this Dodgers team is no joke, and right now they're looking pretty good. So there's not really much to say about this Dodgers team other than the fact that they're just really good. So they're very good. So those are my power rankings, guys. What do you guys think? We are down to 5, so not really much else going on here. But not sure who is still around. We got baseball guy Sean. Yeah, Twins rotation, you just like him to see a little more consistency and more innings out of those guys. Yankees back into the rotation is terrible right now. Cole and Tanaka are carrying the rotation. Monty's solid, but Paxton and Happ have been brutal. Need at least one more starting pitcher. I think they need another starting pitcher. So they need to get someone. I'm not sure who, whether it's like a Mike Minor. I don't know. They need to get someone. But Robbie, can you check out the latest trade I put on the simulator? Sure. What was the What was the trade? Oh, there you are. Okay, I see your name. Oh, you got a couple thumbs up on it already. Oh, you put a few. Oh, Sports with AJ went there. Okay, okay. Oh, we got a few guys from this stream that went on here. Okay. All right, so you got the Mets. Yeah, that's not bad. The Mets could really, really could. Oh, yes, baseball guy Sean, Lance Lynn. That'd be good. I could see that. Mike Clevinger, Oscar Gonzalez for Carlos Cortez. Dedneo Nunez, Rick Porcello, Ahmad Rosario, and Mark Vientos. That's interesting. Decent little package here. So you also had Mike Clevinger and Lenny Torres. Pretty much the same package. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a decent package coming back for the Indians. But yeah, not bad. You're seeing another trade here with the Cubs. Could you imagine the Cubs getting Mike Clevinger? That'd be insane. Corey Abbott, Adbert, Alzolay, David Boat, Victor Caratini, Chase Strumpf for Mike Clevinger. Goodness, that package, man. That's a decent package of prospects. Three-way trade here. Clevinger to the Braves. Lodolo to the Indians. Lindor. Oh, wow. What a trade. Whoa. Lindor to the Reds. What a fit that would be. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting, guys, with all these trade rumors coming around. It's going to get pretty exciting, honestly. But alrighty, guys. So that's what I got for tonight. Yeah, kind of a bummer. Game got rained out tonight, but they are showing some other baseball. Let me take a quick look around the league one more time. We're looking at some scores. So right now, Cleveland, they are leading 6-0. Tampa Bay, they're leading 4-2. So the Mets, they're up 3-1. The Marlins are threatening, though. 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Brewers got an 8-1 lead over the Twins. Tigers, White Sox tied 3-3. Astros up 2-1. Rangers, Padres are tied at 1. Dodgers, Mariners just starting. D-backs, Athletics just starting. So we're getting a lot of games just starting right now. League leaders right now, we got Charlie Blackmon leading an average. Fernando Tatis Jr., I believe, is tied for the home run lead, I think. Right? I don't think he's actually fully in the lead. No, he is. He's got 11 home runs, one in front of Trout. So, yeah, Fernando Tatis Jr., man, he's hitting just incredible. But yeah, so, but let's come back to the chat real quick. I've wanted Lance Lynn since last summer, and I didn't want the Yankees to let him walk in 2018. Yeah, man, I think the Yankees need to get someone, because there's no way they can just go into the playoffs with Garrett Cole. There's no way they'll last against the Dodgers. I'll say right now. I mean, I think right now, man, it's in the National League. It's going to come down to the Dodgers and the Cubs right now. And American League, man, if the Yankees don't add a starting pitcher, that's a toss-up, man. Right now, my gut, dude, I don't like that Yankees rotation, man. I don't. You got Garrett Cole, but I mean, I don't know. Tanaka was nails in the postseason last year. Can you do that? Can you do that again? I think if the Yankees get a starting pitcher, I'll feel better about them. But right now, man, I really like the way. Besides tonight, the Twins, besides tonight, the Twins aren't. I'm not going to count tonight. That was a bad loss for the Twins tonight. But Twins right now, man, they got a good bullpen. They got guys that can pitch. They got a good offense. I don't know, man. Right now, I feel like I keep coming back to a Dodgers-Twins World Series. I really do. I always come back to it. My gut just likes Dodgers-Twins. And I want to say the Yankees. I do, but that starting pitching is just, I don't know. I'd say right now I'm leaning Dodgers-Twins, man. That Twins team is playing really well. Yeah, 2020. Hey, what's up, Jordan Jones? How you doing? If the Mets blow this one, DeGrom is going to be pissed. Yeah. 2020 might be the Dodgers' year. If Kershaw gets over his postseason issues, I think the Dodgers are really scary. Tanaka's always been great in the playoffs, so I'm not worried there. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you kind of wanted to see how the Dodgers were going to play, but they're getting these young guys stepping up, and that's been huge for that team. Is they have those young guys that can step up in the regular season, and then hopefully come playoff time, you got guys like Kershaw and Buehler that are going to step up. I mean, right now, the Dodgers are looking very good. I kind of wanted to see how they would play on paper. I wanted to see kind of how that starting pitching would be. But right now, but then their Cubs are looking pretty good too. But then I'm a little worried about the Cubs offense as a whole. I'm worried about if that bullpen can stay upright, It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Right now, I feel like I'm liking a Final Four of like the Yankees Twins and like the Dodgers Cubs. I feel like that. I think the Cubs will find their way. I love that starting pitching, man. That starting pitching has been fantastic. Jesus Christ, Betances is scaring me. Yeah, man, Betances. He's got good stuff, so don't worry too much. I'm concerned about Paxton, Monty, and Happ. Dude, yeah, that back end is bad, man. Doing fine. We'll be starting up my own podcast here shortly. How about you? That's awesome, man. I'll tell you what, guys. I actually stopped doing the podcast because I'm too busy, man. Trying to do a podcast on Sunday night when I got to wake up for work the next morning. That was hard, man. So I stopped doing the podcast. One day I'd like to start it back up again, but we will see. We will see. But alrighty, guys, it's 10 o'clock. I think that's going to be a good time to call it. I think the most we got to tonight, I think our peak was 15. So for a Wednesday night, I'll take that. We got up to 32 likes, so that's pretty cool. I think we also got a downvote. Not sure who didn't like the stream tonight, so I don't know. But yeah, so I think that's all I got for tonight, guys. We'll be back here Sunday night. We'll be doing our weekly Sunday night stream. I'm excited for that. Let's go check to see who is playing Sunday night. ESPN baseball schedule. Sunday night, hopefully there's not a rain out. It's been a lot of rain lately, man. A lot of rain. Sunday. We got the we got the Phillies and the Braves Sunday night. Phillies-Braves Sunday night. So, yeah, guys. Be here Sunday night, 7 o'clock. But that's all I got for tonight, everyone. When the stream is posted, tell me what you think of the power rankings. Next week, I'll try to get my power rankings typed out a little quicker. Probably next week. I won't do all 30 teams. I felt like that took a little longer than I thought. I'll probably just do my top 10, maybe top 15 next week. So, yeah, I'll probably do, I don't know, maybe top 10. We'll see. But, yeah, definitely next week is going to be really fun. I mean, we got to get to Sunday first. We'll get to Sunday, but next week is going to be really fun. You got, I believe the trade deadline is the 31st. Let's take a look. When is the 31st? I think that's a Monday. Is the 31st a Monday? Yes, the 31st is a Monday. So we do still we're a little under 2 weeks away from the deadline, but next week, that's going to be a fun week of trades or trade talks. So that I'm excited for that. I'll be posting a video at some point next week of trades that I think should happen, not that they would happen, trades that I think should happen. Next week, I'll be talking about my biggest surprises in 2020 so far, my biggest disappointments. I'll probably do a power rankings video, like my midseason power rankings. I'll probably do midseason predictions as well. So I'm going to have a lot of late nights next week to put up videos for you guys because that's what I like to do. So, but yeah, tomorrow or Friday, I'm hoping by tomorrow. I still have to record the video and edit it, but I'd like to have the Xander Bogaerts video posted for tomorrow. It is a little late right now. Probably more likely Friday, I would say. I don't know. Realistically, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it done tonight. I might record it tonight and then edit it tomorrow. That seems a little more realistic to me. Have it ready for Friday. So, but yeah, but that's all I got, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. Bit of a slow stream tonight. That's okay. It's a Wednesday night, but yeah. Well, everyone, Sunday night, Phillies, Braves. I'll see you then. Catch you next time.